actual overlay on. So I put a little thing in the corner saying players this and what they're playing, so people in the stream can see what's going on.
Are there gonna be people in the stream?
Maybe. I don't know. I think Scyther is... Oh god, mute that so I'm not hearing myself. I think Scyther was around. Don't know whether he still is. I think I posted a link on a Geek Asylum on Facebook, so there might be some people jumping that I don't know. But yeah, the link is in the Skype chat if you wanted to go in and check out the chat, because I probably, if people ask questions or anything, I probably won't be able to answer them because I'm the dum gum. Yeah, I'll put some music on, something a little bit relevant to where we are at the moment. It's happening. It's Tux TV. Yep. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be able to answer any questions, Tux, because GMing is hard work. But cool.
Pop our chat again.
Okay, let me get back onto Slumber. Go into my recede into my GMing role. So, who wants to give an outline of events up to this moment in very brief sort of story of what's been going on?
I think I've done the last one. Bit of a tangent, the last one.
Or I can give a quick, or I can go through and just say this is what's roughly been going on.
I think Doc was gonna.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
We came back from the lighthouse, and we went and stayed up in the church. And if I remember rightly, Wottgar had some funny dream to do with his gods, or something along the. Oh no, well we don't know that, but he does. Then we took the key and we went to the cliff side and managed to put the key in the doorway. Went down to what was underground and came across 4 pillars and what looked like water, and we figured out how to open this doorway, or that's what I'm going to go with, that was in the water, and we came down and there was a great big green glowy thing like there is on our screen now, and in a room at the bottom, and we found it was like a portal device, and you can go. I went through it and it was very, very dizzy. And then we came down, we started exploring a bit more. Some of them are quite bad. They convince you to chuck away your magical items. As I found out, I started chucking my beans away.
No, not the beans!
We like the beans. Which I very nearly gave you another set of because I couldn't remember if I'd given them to you or not.
And then we went a bit further on and we came into a room and there was slimy worm things. I don't know what they were, and we had a big fight against them, and we found a couple of dead people in a cell, cells. And then we found a room with a bunch of items in it. Looked like where I lost my beans. They'd all appeared in the same place, just a pile of magical items that were no longer magical and damaged. And now we're back. Now we explored a bit further into this room, and we fought a great big monster, like a chest, slash tentacle monster thing. It was very awful and horrible.
Very unusual.
Yes, and now we're still. I think we're gonna follow Narimen again because he's the whole reason we're here. So I'll leave the rest to him now. I'm just gonna plod along behind.
All right, inspiration for that one. As there was a lot of stuff went on, which was some of it slightly more unusual than the rest. Some which happened to be flukes of you're not sure what happened that made that happen, but they happened anyway, including the sudden and random teleportation slightly over the floor of Narimen as he went to try and cast a spell and found himself just levitated off the floor. For some reason, there seemed to be some sort of...
Lucy did the magical floaty thing, and she can do that. Very sneaky her. She's playing a prank on me. It's not like her. I wonder if she's upset with me.
But the area itself seemed to be there's something not quite right with the area. So, what would we like to setting the scene? You've slaying the mimic. It's currently laying on the floor, blood, viscera, and gore just sort of basically leaking out of an opening in its asshole, basically, where Wottgar the dwarf is crawling his way out of. You're reaching forward. You step forward, like, is he still in there? And you see his axe just punch straight through a hole. He claws his way out, wiping himself off all this gore and horribleness.
Bloody hell. That was a right mess.
Hey, Wottgar, you okay, dear?
I'm doing better now that I'm out of that stupid goo.
You imagine that if you were to spend much more longer in there, you would probably have been starting to succumb to some sort of acidic damage as this thing digests you, but luckily you were saved in the nick of time, as heroes always do.
Yay.
And unfortunately, Lucy, the books that you had gone to inspect previously, it turns out that these were just some sort of lure to attract people and eat them.
It was a ruse!
I mean, they still look like books, but on closer inspection, there's like teeth and jaws coming out of them, and inside the spine is like a small sort of hole, which I don't want to describe for PG reasons. I'm not past the watershed just yet.
Right, so Lucy's going to wander around the room with Bess flanking her, just poking at the piles to see if there's anything interesting in them. I know that there are piles of non-magical items, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're useless. Also, if there's anything else up here on this, it looks very interesting, so I'll poke around up there as well.
Okay, which one are you going to do first?
I'll start poking around up here, because this is where I was to start with.
Okay, if you want to roll me an investigation check in those piles, while Lucy's doing that, what does everyone else want to investigate, or are you just going to let Lucy tinker
I'm going
around?
to just have a watch of Lucy do whatever she's doing. I'm going to kick my feet up, and I would very much like to attempt to have a short rest.
Yeah, sure, that sounds fine. You can just sort of set yourself aside and let everyone else go about their business doing anything.
Are we going to sit down and spend an hour in here, then?
Like a half hour, an hour? Is it really going to be that long?
If we're going to spend an hour in here, I can quite happily study my books.
Or you can go off and adventure further, if you would like.
There's a tunnel this way. I don't know what's down it. There could be anything.
Oh no, there'll be more of those little wormy things. I don't want those.
Dokmah, from where you are, there's a little bit of an off sort of smell, and you can just about hear the faint sort of movements of something in there. But knowing that your friends are still around here, you don't want to investigate too further, but you're certainly aware of something going on there. Lucy, digging around the pile of bits and pieces, you find... Let's see. You find two what look like rings. They're plain rings. They don't have any sort of gem embedded in them or anything. They look to be well carved, with sort of inlays of vines and things in one of them. The other one looks to be inscribed with sort of a runic text. You gather sort of probably of dwarvish in origin. There is one with a small yellowish gem embedded in it. And again, as you're going through them, you're getting the general gist that they probably had some sort of magical something to them, but at the moment there doesn't seem to be anything left in them. The faintest like snifter of magical energy. But
what material are they made from?
The one with the one with the dwarven runes appears to be of stone make. The other one with the vines on seems to be some sort of metal, and the same one of the one with the small yellow gem. And the gem on it is it's sort of minuscule, you know, like sort of like the head of a pin size. It's very sort of small and laid into it. But other than that, the rest of that particular ring is pretty just normal. It's just a plain band. With a bit of sort of metal strapping kind of sort of holding this gem in place.
Do I recognise their design as what magic they would have held before they were demagicified?
Give me an Arcana check.
Way.
I'll tell you what. I'll do that for the dwarven one, and then if you do two others for the first one with the just the plain one, and then the other one for the one with the yellow gem.
Oh, there's three.
Yeah, there was 3. Yeah, there was a dwarven one with runes, a plain one with a bit of vine work on it, and then the thin, like a thinner band with the yellow gem on it.
Yep, all done.
Okay, the first one, the one with the dwarven runes looking on it, you give it an inspect and read some of the runes, if I sort of a hold of it and see what you can gather from it. It seems that it originally was probably some sort of strength modifier. Place wearing it and becoming a tuning, you would gain, the strength of the dwarven people in whatever sort of form that would take. The plain one with the vine work, you think this was some sort of communication based, like you could activating the magic would probably do some sort of communication, whether that would be between the ring and a set object or something else is kind of hard to discern at this point. And the other one looks like it probably held a spell in it, similar to a ring of storing. But whatever the spell that was held inside the gem has, well, at this point you probably assume that it has been taken from it and not cast.
Okie dokie.
The magic seems to have been sort of sucked out of these objects.
I'll slip them into my pocket. They could come in handy later.
Okay, what's everyone else doing?
Are we taking our time to rest?
Yeah. Or does someone want to go wandering off?
While it is quite unsettling here, I believe I can find some peace and time to study.
Alan will scooch off to the side and pat the space next to him.
I'm covered.
Lucy pretends not to notice.
I'm covered in digestive juices. I would much rather just continue the path so I can get a hot shower when I get home. This is not exactly restful. And I'm probably already weak.
Lucy will take a couple steps towards Wottgar and touch him on the head, casting prestidigitation, shedding all the goo from him instantaneously.
You feel her hand sort of placed upon the top of your head, and almost just like an instant wave of water just washes completely over you, and the gunk viscera just disappears off into the floor. And you're found clean, sparkling, and as nice smelling as a dwarf running around in heavy armor would do.
Lucy,
Much better.
Can you do your light thing with one of my arrows, please?
Of course. And Lucy will walk over and touch a couple. 2 light spells.
Thank you very much. Now I'm going to walk back up here, and I'm going to
Where are you?
fire.
I can't see where you are. You're there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to fire an arrow down this
Oh no,
way.
you can't see that far. Okay.
It's like here. That's
Yeah.
like the limit
What I'm
of
gonna
my...
do is just gonna get one of these little orbs here, because they're good little light sources and they're abundant. You're gonna copy it. There we go. Do you want to tag where it was? It was about here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Bink. Is that the right light source? Oh, it's not. It's 2040, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 2020.
20. Yeah, 20.
20 bright, 20 dim.
Yeah. It has to be 40/20 because roll 20.
All right.
Yeah, you've got to set like the max light and then when dim starts. So it's 40 feet out, but 20 feet until that point. Yeah, Dokmah, that is what you see. You see sort of moving around the floor as it gets to about that sort of point. Just tagging on there.
Yep.
It seems to change completely. The stonework looks odd coloured, misshapen. What looked originally like fairly well laid out stonework then just sort of almost transforms completely into just one solid mass, moving a lot more than originally it did. Originally, as you've been walking, there's been sort of small ripples through the stonework. On here, it just seems to be just moving sort of almost violently. And then to the back of that wall, you see forms. Give me an Arcana check or a nature check, whichever one you think is better for you. Okay, nature check. You're definitely sure that these aren't anything that you've seen on the material plane that you've previously encountered before. They don't seem to be made. They don't seem to be one specific thing. They seem to be like a writhing mass of smaller individual things. There's, maybe you see a little bit of a tentacle sort of whip out and grasp onto something. So you maybe see an eye just sort of in one place and then just sort of move around to another place. They seem to be sort of small, sort of swarming kind of things. And at the moment, they seem pretty occupied with whatever they're doing, though sort of from where you are, it's kind of hard to tell exactly what they're doing. Yeah.
Guys, the floor, it's moving. There's things on there I've never seen before.
Lucy will just look up from her book.
Eyes and tentacles and...
Yes, in case you haven't noticed, Dokmah, we are kind of surrounded by eyes and tentacles, and I'll gesture to one of the giant Cthulhuoid statues next to us.
You look over, statue just stood there. Feels like it's looking into the middle of the room, but as you look towards it, you swear it was looking back at you. But then you turn your head and say, no, it's definitely looking away. It's unusual.
This place is creeping me out.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna try and I think fire another arrow a bit further up to like there if I can, and fire my second like.
Okay. You've got sharpshooter, so you can fire, and it's a longbow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
so
like 600 feet.
Yeah, I think you're pretty much okay. Yeah, I mean it's 65 feet away from where you are.
Yeah.
You think just at the edge of that you do see something, which looks like it's moving around. You could maybe try and fire at that, or you can just fire to make a light source in the room. What do you think you would want to do? You're definitely aware that there's a good couple of things moving around there.
I'm gonna fire at it.
You're gonna fire at the creature itself. Let me just
Yes,
move.
I think so. I'm just gonna put a normal arrow in and.
Okay, roll me whatever attack you would like to do, whether it be your sharpshooter, which you're oh so famous for.
I'll test the waters with this one first.
Okay, easy enough. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Oh god, why that? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, cool.
Right,
So you pull back your arrow, launch your first one off. It sails through the air, pierces into the creature itself. You don't think it did as much damage as you were expecting. It seemed like as you sort of shot the arrow off, it hit into something. The something sort of disappeared, like fell off to the side, but the rest of the mass was still kind of moving around, as if it almost sort of didn't really get as much of an effect from the arrow. Do you want to launch a second one off?
Right next to your ear. What are you doing?
Nothing, Bob. You just go back to what you were doing.
Something
as I'm
okay.
I'm looking at Bob, I just sort of like casually launch an arrow off as I'm still talking.
At the same target?
Yeah.
Oh god, there's way too many tokens here.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, no, that's a hit as well. Again, you fire against it, sort of stick it. You try and sort of aim for what you feel is maybe the center of this sort of mass of things. Hit against it again. Something sort of wobbles off to the side and then collapses to the side of it. But this thing still seems sort of moving around. But you hear from that sort of area in front of you, you just hear a few sort of screeches and croaks and crawls.
Both draw bows as Lucy sighs and closes her book.
Yep. I would like everyone to roll initiative. Unfortunately, Narimen, that is not a short rest.
I did not think so.
As your friend just launches arrows. Yeah, that's oh, hold on. I'll put the turn counter up.
No, you're not, Dokmah. You lied to me. You say you're sorry, but you're not.
Let's get some music on the go.
Fuck.
You were channeling your inner Hermione.
Why
Wait,
is
that's not right.
That's not... How
What, it is?
is that even possible?
What's
Isn't my
happened?
minimum meant to be at least 3? I have an initiative bonus of 2, and I rolled a 2.
I
got a 2.
didn't select
have a-
your character then.
So
'cause
click on your token, then roll initiative.
I did.
Oh,
Yes,
in
so
that case,
did
that's
I,
just
and-
plain weird.
Because mine works perfectly. I even see the map, so I don't know.
Mine's 3, and I have a bonus of 5.
You two fucked it up somehow.
Yeah, yours shows just your rolls. So
Yeah.
Dokmah
I
rolled
have a
3,
feeling I know what it is,
and
and it's
Narimen
to
rolled
do
2.
with my camera thing.
Oh,
How
I
that's
should
set up.
be
I have a
4 then.
feeling that might be. So if that's just a 20, which it looks like it is, then yeah, I would add whatever your modifier is onto that.
Huh. Oh, weird.
It's so strange because it works for me. Like I even see my map.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's because Narimen and Dokmah are linked to your thing.
Yeah.
Like that.
Narimen and Wottgar, your characters are linked to the camera view, as that seemed the easiest way for me to do this. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do to that. You'll just have to remember that you need to add on your things for it. Now I'm going to use...
Just for initiative and not for everything else, though, because that would be kind of frustrating.
That is going to be a pain, and if it is, then I am going to have to cancel the
I
stream
don't
off
think-
for
I
the
don't think
night.
it
Oh,
is.
no, I'll add my numbers in if that's the case. Don't worry about it.
We'll just see.
No, it's not. It's not. It's probably because usually you can still press the buttons even if your character is not selected. So I don't think it should link.
Yeah, it shouldn't like link.
We'll see.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
I believe I rolled a
This is going to be...
3.
Because there's a lot of things here.
You could have ruled a
That's
2.
easy. Right, give those a turn. And they are all... Oh my god, this thing... Yeah, I may have to rethink streaming at this point, because with two instances of the Roll20 happening, it's just completely slowing me down. But we'll see how it goes. It might not be so bad later on. And then I need... Oh god, that's not good. Down. Oh no, not 2 turns for that one. Actually, no, that's fine, yeah. 23. Cool. Right, yeah, that should be everything. So, nope, wrong one. I always get that one wrong. Right, descending. So, top of the round. This something that's probably at this point only. I'm gonna move that over there. Only Dokmah is able to see. Seems like something from the edge of your vision. Dokmah seems to be sort of moving about, almost is trying to see the source of where this thing came from, but is unable to. Wottgar. Again, you hear the sounds of things sort of moving in the background, almost like they're sort of trying to see where this arrow came from that flew out of the darkness.
Yeah, Wottgar is just gonna position himself here and ready in action. He will
Okay,
attack
what are you gonna
whatever
ready?
comes next to him.
Attack whatever comes up to you.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. One thing I did
Done.
forget to do. Cool. Right. So you're just going to wait there and see what comes towards you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems
Luci.
stupid to run ahead.
Quite a good idea. Quite a good idea. I'm not
Luci
going to
is
lie.
pretty much going to do the same thing. Bess and Brian are going to ready arrows for anything that attacks Wottgar. Lucy's going to ready a chill touch and do exactly the same thing. And Brian is going to utter some insults at Dokmah. Sorry, yeah, Bob is.
I need to exit Pigeon because it keeps bringing up things of the sound. I quit out Pigeon. So, you're readying a spell or a dagger or?
No, readying chill touch.
Oh, chill touch, cool. Yeah, and you're doing the same with the skeletons, just getting them to ready.
Do the same thing. Anything
a
that
couple
attacks
arrows.
Wottgar's going to get shot.
Okay, let me see how they react. What's cocked? Okay. I should do something else as well. You get the sense of a couple more figures and things are moving. Well, not figures. That's the wrong word. Things are moving around in there. One of them does seem to start. It seems like it's aware that something is going on, and you hear a bit of a slurping sound as another one of those things that you've seen before just come sort of sloping. That's the word I'm going to use. Sloping around the corner. You see this in front of you, Wottgar and Dokmah. You see this sort of writhing mass of purple, blacks, blues, tentacles, bodies, arms, legs, eyes, mouths, just sort of in place there.
So it's very pretty.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It was
definitely
so pretty.
gorgeous. No, and yeah, it's yeah. At that moment, it looks like it's just sort of trying to rush up towards you. So it makes its dash move, and no, that's fine for now. So that's all of those. The rest, you seem that you get the sense that the rest of them maybe hadn't quite cottoned on, as these things aren't particularly smart. But one has apparently cottoned on. Dokmah, at the start of your turn, could you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh my god.
Cool.
No worries then. Yeah, this thing, as it's been sort of moving forward, sort of pulling itself along, half pulling itself, half crawling, half rolling at times. Multiple mouths just seem to be yabbering and gibbering away, just in your sort of direction. You feel like as if this sort of sensation is digging into your mind, but you shrug off the effects of it.
As I hear this, I lock an arrow and just unleash 2 arrows into it.
Yep. Okay, both of those hit. Again, you feel like you're not quite dealing as much damage as you would like to, but you are certainly hitting it. These things are not particularly difficult to hit. So that was that one and that one as well. Okay, yeah, you fire off another 2 arrows, and again it just feels like you're hitting this thing, and bits of it are sort of falling off and dripping away and sort of disintegrating, but the rest of the mass still seems to be holding itself reasonably well.
Aragog to run up, and he's gonna come into there.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's end my turn.
Okie day. Narimen.
Hello! How far can I get where I am right now? Which is 30 feet, but like, I wouldn't be able to climb up this kind of pedestal, or like...
Yeah, it's not particularly high off the floor. Yeah, it's more like a decorative kind of slope up than an actual, like, 6-10 foot cliff up.
Damn you, Aragog! Take the spot! I'm gonna run in front of Luci.
Yep.
It's like burning across. Luci, what's the matter? What is wrong? Oh my god! Can I hit that from here?
Hmm?
Can I hit that from here?
If you've got line of sight of it.
I can see it.
Yep, then you have line of sight of it.
I will throw 2 little Eldritch Blast at it. And after, I'll fire 1 at it. It's like, oh fuck! Like a reactionary thing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one back there too!
He's got an itchy Eldritch finger.
Have I ever tried to split my Eldritch? Can I do that? It's just 2 bolts.
Yeah,
right?
you can. You can attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can go two different
Yeah,
targets.
you can.
Means it's 120. So there and there. Okay, I'll throw 1 at the first one and 1 at the second one.
One in front of you.
Look, yep. 1 for first and 1 at the back.
Okay, for 4. Yep, that's a hit. And sorry, just what was the other one you were hitting? The one, just if you want to just tag it.
Far there at the back. Oh, sorry if I did
Oh,
that.
the big white one.
That thing.
Okay.
Far away.
Which is easy enough to hit. And actually, as you send off one to that one, which you just catch at the edge of your vision, actually, that's a sneak attack. So, but you're lower. Well, not a sneak attack, but you would have had advantage because this thing isn't aware of anything that's going on. But your higher roll was a 26 anyway, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But yeah, you hit against that one. You think that this one is now aware that things are going on, but as you fire off against it, this one, it did seem to take the full brunt of the damage. It doesn't seem to be like a writhing mass of things.
Nice.
You know this one was very much like the one that you'd fought before.
Thank you, and after casting the second one, Narimen's gonna shout, "There are 2 blobby things in one of those webs from before, and probably more!" And then end his turn.
Yeah. Okay, that thing, realising that you are there, is going to, let's see, what's its move? God, where the hell did it go? I had a sheet of
looks
paper.
like it's
now
moved forward.
gone. Oh, it's there. Why took that away? Yeah. Looks like this thing moves forward. And at this point, it looks like it leaps up onto the ceiling and sort of clutches against the ceiling. At this point where it is, the ceiling is probably on about like 10 foot off the floor. It's kind of like clutching against the top surface of the floor. Doesn't have anything it can do, so yeah, it's just going to run over. I'll make sure I do this right. Yeah, it seems like it's clutches over basically the space above where the smaller thing on the floor is, but that's all it can do as it dashed forwards. Wottgar.
Yeah. Yeah. Does this count as my reaction, considering it made it through here?
You can take your reaction before your turn, regardless. So if it's if you've still
but
got your reaction,
it's not chosen to attack you because it used all its move to get up towards you.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but
can
still, I
then,
said
if you don't get to activate it and yet you can still do something, you can do it.
Right? Okay, yeah, sure, that's fine then.
would just
Can
like
you
to
reach
test
up to this thing on the ceiling though? Because it is 10 feet up
probably not.
off the floor.
Considering I am relatively short.
But there is the thing in front of you on the floor.
Yeah,
which
but
actually, at the start of your
yeah.
turn, will you give me a wisdom save as well, please?
Of course.
Because
actually
this
proficient in this crap
thing,
now.
yeah, this thing on the floor seems to be just sort of gibbering and yammering away in. It seems like multiple languages that you know that you don't know. Some that may not even sound like languages at all. Yeah, you seem to sort of shrug off the effect of it. It doesn't seem to affect you.
Yeah, I was just checking my height. Yeah, it's 4 feet. Yeah, no. 4
Also,
feet 11.
just
I'm basically halfway up.
sorry, I've forgot to mention as well. As this thing's been moving forward, the sort of the terrain that was in the room previously has been sort of following this thing. It's almost like as this thing moves around, it's been sort of like leaking this presence, which is sort of warping and distorting the floor.
Which one? The gibbery one?
The small gibbering one on the
gibbering
floor.
one.
For game terms, the areas that I'm going to mark off are difficult terrain. Yeah, basically anything sort of red towards, like away from it, is difficult terrain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move under this thing and just attack the blue body club.
The small bluey blob?
Yep.
Okay, swing around. Easy enough to... Yeah, that's a hit.
That's a hit. Yeah, I'm gonna try to prone the bastard. If I can, of course. I'm gonna shove it in my shield. It needs to beat then.
That's a
pathetic roll.
10. That's not a good roll. But then again, these things are pretty...
Yeah, it can use either dexterity or
Yeah.
strength. Don't forget.
Yeah. No, it's fine, actually. Yeah, this one manages to... Yes, it rolled a 15.
Yeah.
Manages
it
to...
beats me, yeah.
It's almost like
I'm
as you
just
beat
gonna-
against it, the main sort of body of it seems to be knocked back a little bit, but the rest of it sort of to the side where you didn't hit kind of just sort of stays in place.
Yeah, so like
But you made
I-
two definite hits at that one, which is good. Yep. And your
yeah, I'm just
second
gonna
one,
finish this-
hits
this-
as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not do anything else. That works fine.
Again, the smaller ones that you're hitting against it, and you're sort of cleaving and hacking off pieces. But you get the feeling that you're not doing full damage to this thing.
Yeah.
Is that you done?
That's done.
Okay, Lucy.
Right, so I'll trigger last turn's actions. So it's one of them,
Chill touch.
and two
And this was
of
against the
those gibbering thingy.
gibbering
on the
things.
floor.
Okay, yeah, that definitely hits. Dealing. No, that's magic, so that wouldn't be the thing. So that's 10 necrotic damage from that. The crossbows, unfortunately, don't manage to pierce into it.
That's okay. That's usually what I expect from
Yeah.
stones.
Yeah, you launch forward with this icy cold sort of skeletal hand. Before, rather than the other hit things which seem to be able to only hit small targets, the fist just sort of goes through the whole thing and sort of gripping around it. Some of the tentacles sort of freeze and sort of fall to the floor. It sort of shakes itself off in a very unholy fashion. It's still going.
Do I recognise it at all?
You can give me either an Arcana or a Nature check. You are aware that this is resembles a gibbering mouther.
And what do I know about them?
You know that, well, as you've seen, they lay out what is known as aberrant terrain, which is basically becomes difficult terrain. If you begin your turn in the area, you have to basically try and fight to carry on moving through it, or you just get sort of stuck in place. It's kind of like walking through like really thick mud. And the one that you've now become aware without even probably having to make a check is the gibbering sort of gibber effect that it has. If you can hear it and fail on a wisdom saving throw, you can't take reactions, and then it's sort of more of a sort of what will happen after that is more sort of like a chaotic thing, but it's probably not at the person's what they would want to do. They're sort of like taken control by this sort of gibbering words in their head.
They're controlled by gibbering.
Not controlled. The gibbering mouther can't control the creature, but the creature is left unable to control itself, and thus what it does is like a random effect.
Right. In which case, I'm just checking something. Bear with me.
No problem.
What I'm checking is right. So I am going to cast deafness on myself as my action, and I'm going to voluntarily fail the saving throw. So I'm now deaf. And then Bess and Brian are going to continue with their crossbowery.
Okay. Yeah, both managing to hit. Let's see. That's from the first one. Yeah, this thing doesn't seem particularly hard to hit, as its form is sort of moving around. It's quite big in the place. It's still not doing a massive amount of damage, unfortunately.
Okay, Lucy's going to sidle up to that wall
at this
point,
it is taken a lot of hits, and originally what was a lot larger is now a little bit sort of smaller in sort of stature. And you're just moving there. Is that you done?
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I am aware of the thing on the ceiling. So
yes, you are aware on that.
In case it gets a bit close and personal.
Okay, right, the other first three, let me see if they probably would, knowing that things have been going off here. So I'm going to have this one run off that way, and then you're going to get... Oh god, yeah, this is really annoying now. Things are moving so slowly. It would be easier if I could stream from someone's point of view, but I'm not sure how much that would work. Yeah. These things are just gonna, they're just gonna run. Oh god, not that. That's light. These things are just gonna sort of just claw and gibber their way forwards. Oh my god. The one facing Wottgar is going to try and let's see. Yeah, it's going to try and sort of lashes forward with a couple of sharpened barbs. Doesn't hit with a 13. And then he's going to bite with its second one, which also fails. No, this thing is just sort of launches itself at you, and you're just sort of easily able to sort of batter this thing off in place. The rest of them, actually, the one behind it looks like it's sort of, you can sort of see it because you're up in the front. It looks almost like it sort of inhales slightly, sort of grows a bit bigger, and then sort of instantly shrinks as a glob of this sort of yellowish sort of goop lands in between Dokmah and Wottgar and Aragog. Can you both make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
What, for Aragog?
Yes, for Aragog and Wottgar.
Dexterity save.
Ooh, okay. And okay, Wottgar. This sort of glob of yellowish goop lands forward, and it sort of hits behind you, with sort of facing away from it. You sort of turn and watch it, and like, oh god, no! And it sort of explodes in this sort of like yellowish light. You manage to shrug off the effects. Unfortunately, Aragog is currently blinded, as he failed his save. There's this sort of bright light sort of shatters out in front of you, and that's what they do. Dokmah.
I'm going to put away my bow.
What senses does Wolf Spider have? Your Wolf Spider may still be able to, even though it's blinded.
Has blind sense within 10 feet.
So anything within 10 feet, it knows where it is. You know that they're in front of you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I would say he would just be aware of the thing in front of it if Wottgar weren't sort of standing in place, sort of blocking them back.
I'm gonna take my action putting away. Actually, no, I'm not. Am I? I don't know. There's not enough room to get in. Okay, I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna put my hunter's mark on the one on the ceiling. The
Okay.
big one.
The hunter's marked. I can't mark it because there's so much of the stuff in the way. But yeah, it's hunter's marked.
That's fine. And I'm going to hunter's mark and sharpshooter it, but I'm going to use my inspiration on this roll.
Yes, good idea.
Nice.
So here we go.
Even with your inspiration is unfortunately not enough.
Damn. Okay, and I'm just going to try again anyway.
That's better.
That's definitely better. That is so much better.
A little bit, yeah.
So that's 24 for that.
Like where that's critical attack.
And then
roll
14 for the maximum
the
damage. And then what you got to roll your hunter's mark, or is that? Oh, sorry, that's applied
That's
already.
it, it's all there,
That's
yeah.
fine. Yeah. So your first one just sort of pings off against the ceiling. It looks like it sort of quickly moves out of the way. And then your second one, it was almost like your first shot was a tracer, and your second one just pierces deep inside this creature, popping one of its eyeballs. Goop still sort of drips down onto the ceiling. Probably lands a little bit on Wottgar's head a little bit. But yeah, you dealt some damage to this thing. Would you like to do anything with Aragog?
I'm going to just move him forward if you can sense. I'm going to move him behind.
Yeah?
What?
You just so you remember, Aragog is a spider and can climb walls.
Yeah. I'm just thinking because he's blind, so I didn't want to send him
Go
to go.
blind.
No, you've got blind sight.
Yeah, I know. Okay,
so
okay,
you can sort of imagine that he's sort of
I'm
feeling his way.
I'm going to go on 5, 10. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go up onto the ceiling above Wottgar.
Yeah?
And I'm just going to be I'm going to stand directly above Wottgar, but I can't do it because he's both attacks.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, again, this thing is also sort of above where Wottgar is currently stood. So from where Aragog is,
I'm
yeah,
on the ceiling, looking directly at him.
So basically, Wottgar has bugs above him.
There's bugs everywhere.
All over you.
Like an insect war going on over your head.
Can you
It's
make
like what do you call it? Guns just from the ceiling, curling
Yeah,
what's
just
going down.
dripping
Like,
down.
no,
It's
it's so
horrible.
sticky.
Can Aragog make an attack?
No, because I've used both my.
Right, that's fine, no problem. Just know that if you do want to attack, it's with disadvantage. Actually, no, it wouldn't be because the blindness. As sort of Aragog moves up, it seems like the blindness sort of wears off. You can't tell, but games. Is that you done then?
Yes, that is me.
Cool, Narimen.
Narimen, seeing that Aragog is going to fight the thing in the ceiling, is going to turn his attention to the gibbering mouth in front of poor little Wottgar.
Okay,
And just throw the 2 blasts at him.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to need to make you a wisdom saving throw. Make a wisdom saving throw as well, as you are in the.
Okay,
You've just gotten into its range.
Have I forgotten something? I can't find it via Google, but didn't Warlock have some sort of feature or class thing where if I had to make a wisdom, I could replace it with charisma? But I can't find that
You would
anywhere.
have to
It's
tell
like a
me that
fever
doesn't.
dream.
Probably had the choice to take it. I don't know.
Yeah,
whether-
but I'll
100%
do the
sure.
wisdom. It's just I can't find it anywhere. I
Okay,
swear
yeah,
I
maybe
had it.
check that up after the thing, but
Oh,
yeah,
I did it.
easily managed
Nice.
to shrug off the effects. I'm not going to make the sound effect because it's horrible.
Oh my dear. Oh dear, maybe not. Never mind. So disgusting. Just die, please.
So,
It's like
what
a
would you
very
like to
delicate eldritch blast, like a flick of the finger. Blip blip.
And what is this? What is this targeting?
The gibbering mouth.
The gibbering mouther as well. Yeah, your first one unfortunately misses, but
No,
your
it's
second
terrible.
one slams into it.
Terrible
And
pulls. Now,
Oh
have I
God,
used
hold on.
my necklace? I don't think I've used my necklace. Oh well. After done.
I think you used it last time, didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
I did. So it's a wait until dawn. I have you write that down.
Yeah.
Okey-doke.
I mean, it's not my item, so I have no idea, but...
No. I usually have
yeah.
like a thing written down, but I just don't have that day
you
written
might have
down
done.
from an item. But that's me over.
Actually, no, it won't take half damage from you, because yours is a magical one. So I need
Yeah.
to...
It's fourth damage.
Now, what was the other one? Because I think you hit one before, didn't you? Actually, no, that was a different target, so that was fine. But yes.
Okay.
But yeah, your first one, the first gibbering mouth that
Yeah.
you've hit, yeah, it did take the full damage, as
Nice.
it was a magical effect.
Does he need to roll anything, considering it's a critical fail?
Oh yeah. I
Oh
could,
yeah,
so my first
yeah,
one was
okay,
last.
yeah, no, good call. D100, please.
Yeah, good call, right?
Thank you.
I didn't think I was going to have
Sorry,
a
but
critical
it's a
fail
music
this
good
soon.
No, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
Ooh! Oh god, okay. Narimen, roll me a d4.
Okay.
Okay, right. Give me a few seconds. I need to Google something, and I'll send you the page for this because you'll need it as well.
Okay.
Oh god, man, this is. Oh, I fucking love wild magic.
So if this interrupts the second one, we'll like do the damage roll didn't count.
I'm not gonna say that it will have done.
Yeah.
For just the basics of it. Where's Narimen? I forget. I'm gonna put it into the group chat so you can see. So yeah, as your first one you send off. Your second one, as you sort of push forward with the Eldritch Blast sort of almost backfires, surrounds you, whirls around you. The whirling changes from the purplish energy that you usually use, and turned into almost like a light blue sky effect. Narimen, you are now an air elemental for one turn. So on your next turn, you're an air elemental.
Awesome. Okay.
That is really cool.
That's wild magic. Yeah.
I don't think I can
Have
say
one
anything.
effect as
So
well.
you've got your movement as an air elemental because you've not used that, and your bonus if the elemental has any bonus actions.
Doesn't seem to have bonuses. I do have multi-attack, but I did like the next turn I'll do that.
Yeah. Usually, if I can't imagine a monster would have a bonus, but you've got your movement still. If you want to do anything.
Nice. I will pop in front of Dokmah.
Okay.
From
If Spider is on the ceiling, I'll like stand
Yeah.
behind Wottgar.
underneath the spider. Okay, yeah,
I'll
that's
like
fine.
go here so you can still click. Yeah, that'll be me. Just like
From the back, from the side, Dokmah and Luci, you're very much aware of this just whirling cyclone of wind, just rushes in front of you, just sort of charging forwards. There's no Narimen where it used to be.
You can hear it.
Yeah, just sort of like in the winds. But you look at where Narimen was. There's no Narimen there. This thing
Nice.
with Aragog in front is going to make a couple of attacks. So first one is the tail. Let's see. That's an 18.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay, that is unfortunately a bit of damage. That's 12 bludgeoning damage as the thing whips its tail round and beats against you. Beats against Aragog, and with that it then sort of lashes out with the tentacles, kind of like an offhand strike type thing. Easily misses with that one. It seems to sort of put itself off balance, fighting on the ceiling. Wottgar.
Yeah, Wottgar doesn't really have much of a choice, and he's just gonna.
You're now used to sort of the gibbering mouth of being there, so you don't need to worry about the saving throw again.
Okay, sure.
It's more
I'm
of an
gonna
annoyance.
actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Yeah.
gonna attack once, normally.
Okay, with the
15,
first one,
the guy.
easily manages to plough that one. You slam your axe down to the floor, and the form just sort of splits in two, disappears out to the side in like a cloud of sort of just goop. That one is slain.
Yeah, I'm gonna add my attack. With my extra attack, I'm gonna use Commander Strike and give it to Aragog.
Okay, so
Can you-
Aragog can make just a single attack.
You can forgo one of your attacks. Yeah, I forgo one of my attacks. Yeah, a single attack.
Yeah,
for
so
Aragog.
Aragog make an attack on the. It's just a single weapon attack.
Yes.
Okay.
I basically use my bonus action and my extra attack, and he actually adds this to the
Nice.
damage. If he succeeds,
Yeah,
yes.
so you easily manage to sort of bite into this thing as Wottgar shouts up.
I need to roll my poison damage now then as well, because that's hit.
Yeah, you need to poison because it's part of the attack.
Yep.
So that's 5 poison damage.
So that's 14 plus 5, 19 damage. Not bad.
So I don't think these
Given the
things,
gibbons.
Yep.
No. That's fine. Yeah, it manages to sort of bite into this thing. A little looks like some of its... No, it probably doesn't actually have veins, but it certainly looks like it's taken a lot of hits at this point, and is kind of... It looks like it's kind of almost in a frenzy kind of state, like just... It seems like it's very focused on Aragog at this point. That's you done then, Wottgar?
Yep.
You've got your
not
movement if
moving
you wanted to
closer
move
'cause
forwards. No?
Goobity. Huh?
You don't want to move forwards.
No, because I'll be under the bloody thing.
I'm just checking. Lucy.
Right, Bob is going to fly past the thing on the ceiling.
What size is an air elemental? Oh, it's large.
It's large.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
looking
It
at
probably
that.
takes up a considerable amount of that gap, actually.
And give Lucy a hand as she utters her incantation to chill it from the ceiling.
Ooh.
I'll re-roll that.
You're gonna re-roll it.
For the advantage. There you go.
Second one's still not enough, unfortunately.
17.
Yep.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Right. In which case,
It seems to have sort of. It's not so much the actual natural armor itself. It's the sort of almost like a chaotic nature of itself. It kind of moves very erratically.
Okay. And then Bob and Bess are going to shoot at it.
Wait, hang on. You have advantage on that because of
Yeah.
the. So you would
Because
need to
they-
roll
you
another
know.
attack roll for the chill touch.
Which is what I did. I rolled an 8, followed by a 17.
So yeah, without you're losing your luck.
Yeah, I didn't use luck. I used
Okay,
it on-
right. Sorry, I thought I heard you say luck, but that doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Right,
So the 17 still misses.
Yeah, the 17
What's
still
the
misses.
first
Sorry.
one off the, you have advantage. But,
But yeah, you launch up another couple arrows, and at this point, it's kind of they're shooting through. The large elemental form is kind of throwing off their aim a little bit, but unfortunately, is that you done?
Mm.
Cool.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, right. So which one is which? That one is going to... Yeah, that's what that one's going to do. And then the other two, one is going to move up, and it's going to make another couple of strikes at Wottgar.
That's why Wottgar's there.
Ooh, that was so close to a natural 20. That is a 24 for a
Yeah, it
technical
hits.
strike. Look, oh, hold on, no, I'm going to wet to 19, but still, that's the wrong type of damage. Yeah.
How much damage?
That's 18 slashing damage, as it's a couple of these sort of sharp and barbed tentacles whip forward for your face. And
That's a
gonna
bit of
make-
damage.
That's
That's
yeah.
a bit of damage, yeah.
And his beak, just fails. His beak sort of launches forward with like a beak sort of appendage, just sort of scrapes against your armour. It doesn't have any effect on you. The other one can't. Actually, it would do. The one behind it moves. Sort of does the whole thing. It inhales, then exhales this blinding glob. I need you and let me see, you and Narimen to make. What was it again? Dexterity saving throws.
Dex, yeah. It's the same roll.
Oh, I'm not immune to being blinded. Damn it. I was
Yeah,
looking
I'm
at that.
blinded.
What was it?
Oh yeah, no,
Dexterity
your
save.
condition immunities. Yeah,
My stats are different now, so it's
yeah,
Dex
you're gonna
plus
have to roll
5.
for your different stats.
Plus 5, nice.
Wottgar, unfortunately, you have failed. You are
Yeah,
currently
I
blind.
failed, yeah.
Yeah. The air elemental, despite not really having much in the way of eyes, is not blinded. That seems strange, a whirling mass that can be blinded.
Yeah.
And sure, it's not immune. It's immune to everything.
I looked at it, it's not
I've
immune
got
to
it
being
here.
blinded.
Commission immunities:
like-
exhaustion, grapple, paralyzed, petrified,
Yeah.
poison, prone, restrained, unconscious.
But I can be blinded.
Well, you can be blinded, yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently.
that's really strange, but whatever.
Yeah.
Magic. Oh, that's Wrathlord. Yeah, so that's all they can do. Dokmah.
Right.
It explodes right in my face. And I am now blinded.
Aragog is off to.
His
take
current
out
is
a chunk.
unblinded now, so
Yeah. He's going to take another chunk out of
The big
the
wormy thing
thing
on
in
the
front of him.
sky.
Well, he's going to try.
Gonna try. Ooh, nice. Yeah. So that's 7 piercing damage,
And obviously,
and
roll my
yeah, your poison as well. Nice, easily,
Ooh,
man.
nice.
Yeah, that's a killing blow. Zaragog sort of bites into this thing, sort of wraps it around the head, injects it with poison. This thing just sort of goes limp, falls down to the floor. Wottgar, make me a dexterity saving throw as this thing sort of just drops to the
Do
floor.
I have any disadvantages?
Yes, 'cause you're
let me
blind.
just check,
Yeah, you're blind.
Ooh.
Any checks that automatically rely on sight? Does it rely on sight?
This is more of a thing falling, and you sort of either trying to sort of bat it away, or so I would say a strength or dexterity saving throw, whichever one is better for you. This is a case of whether you
I
dodge.
think what he's asking is, does he rely on sight to notice it falling?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
You'd have
In
to,
which
like,
case
know
he's
it's
hit
falling.
Yeah,
Well,
but
he's
that
hit
case
by it.
automatically fail.
Hit by
Yeah.
default.
Okay. Yeah. It's more just the annoyance of this thing falling to the floor. You take 4 bludgeoning damage as the thing just sort of
And
poof, lands on
Doesn't
top of you and
the
then rolls off to the
enemy
side.
take damage as well? then?
Yes, it will do. No, good call. Yep, same thing. Takes some bludgeoning damage. Yep. Oh god, hold on. So that's dead, and that one has taken some damage. Cool. Yep. No, thank you for reminding me.
Right, I'm also now going to move Aragog over here, and he's going to run down and sort of just on the back onto the floor and hide.
Yeah, just sort
He's
of hide
very,
away.
very injured.
Taking
can
a
I
few hits now.
Can I see forward? Can I see past Narimen with him being in
It's
there?
a large elemental. How many squares is large?
I'm gonna
Isn't it
say
straight?
not.
4.
Yeah.
But
This thing
air
is-
elementals have special rules, meaning they can squeeze through gaps up to 1 millimeter square. So you are absolutely fine no matter where you are.
Yeah.
It's more firing through it. I'm gonna say for this instance, you're fine to fire through it.
Oh,
For this instance, I think.
I'm
Yeah, just to keep it easy.
going to use my bonus action and put it on the one right in front of
Yep.
Wottgar.
Okay.
My hunter's mark, that is, transfer it across. And obviously I've got one thing left, so I'm going to just risk it for the biscuit.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Go.
Yep. Nice. So that's yeah. Okay. Your first one,
good
shoot
roll.
through, stab into it.
That's it, that's
Hold on a
all I
minute.
can do.
One. No, I need to, because one of those will just be its regular attack. The rest of it, the hunter's mark, will be a magic damage. So it takes full damage from the hunter's mark, but half damage from the regular strike, which was a 1. So yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? Second attack?
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't
My
'cause of
second
our-
attack was my Aragog.
Yep. Okay. Narimen,
Narimen,
Your
so I'm
form-
4 squares wide.
run. No, yeah, that's it now. It's. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it was your turn, wasn't it? No, it's the end of your turn, which will change. Sorry. Yes.
You're okay. So how wide am I? Like how
can
wide?
actually-
Yeah,
Squeeze
air
through
elementals, because of the sort of the nature of them, they can kind of squeeze themselves into a gap. So you kind of, you sort of fill the whole area, really.
Because I want to try something, and I want to make sure I can do it looking at the skills. It says that I can make 2 slam attacks, but it's also whirlwind recharge 4 to 6. Can I do 2 slams in a whirlwind, or just a whirlwind?
I think it's the because it's a multi-attack. It makes 2 slam attacks. Whirlwind is a
It
separate
has.
attack,
Elemental makes 2 slam attacks.
so it would either be 2 slams or the whirlwind.
Okay, Norman will squeeze, sort of like flow past Wottgar, the gibbering mouth. And land
Yeah, and
between
as
them.
Lucy said, you can enter a creature's space, so you can sort of be on the same space as it if you wanted.
And I'm going to do a whirlwind on the 2 of them next to me.
Okay,
And I
right.
Make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
And 3d8 plus 2.
DC
That's
13.
it.
Both of those fail.
Yes. So they take 13 bludgeoning
13
damage.
bludgeoning damage.
And they're flung up to 20 feet away from the elemental in a random direction, knocked prone. If the
Okay,
thrown
hold
target
on.
strikes
So
an
let
object,
me just do
they
damage
take
first.
damage. Yeah.
13 damage to that one. 13 damage to that one. And they're flung how far?
20 feet in a random direction.
20 feet in.
But I guess like away from me.
Right, basically at where you are, they're just going to sort of fly backwards 20 feet. So
Oh no, it's gonna hit
5,
Wottgar
10,
in the face.
15.
And Wottgar can't see it.
Oh no! Oh no! This is the fun part. If
You
the
tell you what,
sun
no, I'm gonna
starts
I'm gonna say for this instance, I'm gonna launch them at kind of an angle. They're not just like straight back; they're kind of like angle up. So it just lands just shy of Dokmah and Luci. Wottgar, if you want to make an attack of opportunity, I'll say you can do that. As this thing sort of launches just over your hair, and you think you can slam.
I can see them. I can see
Yes,
anything.
you are still
I just
blind.
see wind.
Yep.
So yeah, I would not be able to. Sorry.
Jay.
I
Yeah?
would like to, but I can't.
If the target strikes an object such as a wall or a floor, the target takes 1d6 extra bludgeoning damage every
1d6.
10 feet it was thrown.
Okay, so
So I roll an extra
yeah.
2d6.
Yep, roll me an extra 2d6. Nice, another 8 damage.
If the target is thrown another creature, that creature must succeed on a DC 13 dexterity saving throw to take the same damage and be knocked prone. This is amazing! Can I have this all the time?
Unfortunately, it's a very lucky chance that it can happen.
No.
And
Oh,
they're currently
that'd be great.
prone. They're actually immune to being prone. The nature,
nice.
the nature of them being sort of formless
Makes
masses.
sense. Yeah, still cool though.
I kind of thought so. Yeah. I kind of.
Which actually I realised because Wottgar did the thing earlier, so. But
Yeah,
it's
right.
fine. Okay, is that you done?
That's me done.
Cool. You then, as you finish doing this explosion, the wind sort of recedes around you, and you're left sort of holding out in like a sort of a star pose. What? What was that?
That was amazing!
Wottgar.
Lucy, did you see? It's true, I really
You see
am
this
full of hot hair.
cyclone of wind energy
Lucy
just
doesn't
die
hear
down
you, literally.
to be replaced with
Yeah.
replaced with Narimen. Did you want to make? Oh no, sorry. Yeah. So blinded Wottgar. What does he do?
Does blinded Wottgar is still blinded?
Let me just check. Is blinded till the end of the Mouther's next turn, which has been. So yeah, no, you're fine now.
I'll be right back. Good luck, Wottgar.
Thanks. Was it? Are you sure?
Yeah, it was the one. It was the one at the back, which is you're fine.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks. In that case, I'll move here and attack this guy in front of me.
Okay.
But first, I'm going to use my bonus action to heal myself. But
Gonna second wind it.
you don't mind. Yeah, I'm on second wind myself. I'm kind of a bit hurt now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that.
Don't like to be hurt.
Here we go. 17.
Nice. Okay.
17.
Attack. So you can
Okay,
now attack
now I'm
with
gonna attack
advantage because of Dokmah being on the other side,
Yeah, I forgot. We have flanking rolls. 13 probably.
which
misses.
is enough actually.
It is.
Yeah, these, like I said, these things are not particularly hard to hit. They're just harder to damage because of the sort of swarming nature
Yeah.
of them.
Well, I hit again.
And your second one, yeah, which is enough.
Max is the damage. 15 is the max.
Which is, I was just like, why did that go into -1? Oh yeah, because you killed it. Yeah. Why is that in -1? Oh yeah. It doesn't get a death saving throw. Your first one hacks into it. Your second one again sort of cleaves straight through it, chopping it apart, and it just collapses in its space.
Bloody bastard.
Is that you done?
Yeah.
Or have you got anything else? Cool.
I don't see anything.
Lucy.
Lucy is going to skirt round to here and is going to incant a chill touch at the only remaining enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Brian
Brian
enough
and,
for 11
and
necrotic damage.
Bess are going to continue their assault.
Nice. That's an 8 from, well, wait, that's a 4 from. Yep. I think your second one doesn't manage to hit, unfortunately.
All good.
Okay, so that one, actually I'll remove that one because that's done a thing. Your second one is, let me see. Yeah, no, you're fine from that. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, yeah, this thing is going to, realising that Narimen... Oh, you're back. Has now been replaced for this sort of swirling mass and just rushes forward. These things aren't particularly clever. It's going to make a couple of strikes. One with its tentacles. With a...
Tentacly.
Yeah, tentacles. No, that's definitely not enough. With an 11. Oh, again, that's like 2 19s I've rolled for for attack rolls. Oh, so
that one hits
close.
then.
So yeah, unfortunately that's a bit of bite damage. Is that it? Yeah. Ooh. That's 13 piercing damage.
Oh dear!
Whips forward with a few tentacles, and it seems like it's more just that at that point it's latching onto you, and then rushes forward and takes a chomp out of your leg meat.
I was just like, oh, that tickles. Ah, too much. Pushes him off.
Dokmah.
Seeing that that's come back, I use my bonus action again to transfer my hunter's mark onto that one now, and I just dock.
You get the feeling this one is probably not too many more hits, and then this one will probably go down.
Going hell for leather.
Hell for leather. Right, hold on a minute. Just get rid of something. So, first one was a no. Second one was a hit. Dokmah, how would you like to do this?
Oh.
As I sort of see it release its bite from Narimen, Narimen just feels the of an arrow come past him, and as it the creature's mouth opens up as he releases, the arrow just goes straight through, straight up the side.
Drops down to the floor dead. As the last of its form is now pierced with an arrow. Just sort of smatters it against the floor. D-E-D, dead!
D-D, dead!
Hey!
Luci will drop the deafness spell and just sort of go, Narimen, what did you do?
I have no idea. That was amazing. That wasn't you like last time with the flying, no?
You don't know what you did? Did you see what you became?
It was amazing. I had no idea. I felt light as a feather. And I got really mad and things flew away. Yeah.
Give me an Arcana check, just to see if there's anything that you know about what's happened.
Do I know anything?
Yeah, you as well.
Cool.
Ooh. I have no idea.
You genuinely have no fucking clue what happened.
There must be something in the water.
Yeah, definitely something in the water which you drank so long ago. It's just taken so long to take effect. Maybe it was someone at the bar poisoned you with a long
bastard.
Yeah,
it's a long-lasting
maybe.
poison. It's like one of those things where you drink and then 3 years later you're dead. It's a long, deep-seated thing. Lucy, I've been poisoned.
Luci, you are aware that he's not been poisoned. He's not showing any signs of being poisoned. You're not 100% sure what caused the effects. There seems to definitely be a sense of chaotic sort of magic in this sort of whole place. You gather it's probably to do with the fact that there are so many different magical types that have been in and around this area, channeled from object to something else that's maybe affecting magic in the whole area. Whether it would affect you or not, you're not 100% sure, being a magic user, but you figure that at least it's affecting Narimen in particularly bad circumstances.
Well, I don't think any poison could have caused that effect, Narimen. Could you control that form? Did you know where you were?
Today I didn't know, besides just...
You would have a vague inkling of being sort of infused with this sort of fury, but to you were just sort of yourself. You imagine when you cast the whirlwind effect, you may be doing, a series of eldritch blasts, one in front of you, one behind at these two creatures. You just, sensation of being...
I was just sort of in the zone, as it were. I felt like I wanted to really get in there and pummel some bloody faces around. So I threw a couple of punches, and I really strong. It was like when you made me that really big monkey. It was great. I just threw them around.
Yeah,
like
very similar to that. You weren't exactly sure why you were changing, but it was good.
Well, it was certainly impressive. Perhaps we should explore this a little more later. Now, in the meantime, if somebody doesn't mind, and I'll stroll past Dokmah without looking at him at all, I would like to take some time to read.
Dokmah just sort of grumbles a little bit.
Very, very eloquent. And I'll sit down with my book.
Narimen, just as you're sort of turning to leave, you get sort of like you hear something in the back of your head. You turn around, and the terrain that was where these creatures were almost sort of rescinds, and then eventually turns back to the sort of the green marble slabs that you'd seen like everywhere else. I'm just not going to change the map because it's freaking awkward.
All right.
But
No,
yeah,
well,
that's
turn back.
not difficult terrain anymore.
Right.
Lucy,
Seeing that. Oh,
do you
yes.
mind doing the magic thing that cleans me up?
Yes, you do seem to have acquired some viscera. And without touching him, I'll just sort of go and cast a spell from a safe distance, so I don't get any on myself, shedding all of the goop to the floor.
Just like a power shower, just.
Twice in like 5 minutes. Just like to point that out.
You wonder if at this point it's maybe just best to just ignore it, because you're probably going to get dribbled on at some point again.
So
No,
are we
we
gonna
will.
have a short rest right now? I could use one too.
It's up to you.
I took a bit of bite out of my shoulder here. I'm missing like, a couple chunks. It's really nasty, really. Teeth like a shark. Sword and what's the word? Serrated. It's not nice. I'm gonna have a bit of a sip. Also, all of the pool floor is gone. It seems to have left after we killed the pool people. They're dead now, and so is the floor.
Best way that you can describe them, honestly.
Yeah, the pool people.
That could be very handy.
Just a quick question. Would I be able to use any of my hit dice?
I was literally looking that up.
I was going to
Yeah, you can
Like
use
any
it.
creature, it can spend hit dice during a short rest to regain hit points.
That's all the whole point.
Oh,
I don't know
it
if that
doesn't-
means
it doesn't-
it's hit dice or your hit
because
dice.
It doesn't actually
It's-
have hit dice. I just looked in the book. and
Sure it
was
does.
like-
You're supposed to have good dice.
That's the thing. It doesn't have hit
Oh,
dice because it doesn't have levels in a thing. So.
But it does have hit
But
dice.
it always has hit dice. So, for example, Wolf Spider's
Oh,
hit
of
dice
course.
are 2d8
Yeah.
plus 2.
So its
So
hit
it's got
dice is a
target.
d8.
Yeah, so it's got 2d8
So it's
to
got
spend.
2d8 to spend.
Um,
Plus its
no,
con mod.
Just
Normally
like
use
my
two.
poor skeleton have 1d6,
Yeah, two.
I think. I'll double check there.
I will
Oh, yeah.
also use my
2d8
hit
plus
dice.
So yeah, if anyone wants to spend hit dice, you
I
can
would
spend
like
them.
to, yes. Let's see how well I do.
16, motherfucker.
Back up
Nice.
to full.
9.
Oh no, they have 2d8.
I'll just do 9 and 6. That's perfect, actually.
Hey!
Gets me to-
Nice.
That gets me to full
Nice.
health.
I think the exact same thing happened yesterday. I spent 2 hit die. No, it was
Yeah.
healing magic, wasn't
All the
it?
healing. Yeah, I kept being capped. It was great.
Yeah, yeah.
The best part is I get all my
Three
shit back.
healings at maximum hit dice, just in together. It was scary.
It was needed.
Yeah.
The good part is I get everything back on short rest. That's awesome.
Oh dear.
Me too, dear. Get a bit of a
Nice.
sleep when I
Win
feel
and
better.
superiority
I
dice.
get
Sweet.
quite a lot back.
How many? Is it just? Obviously, it's a 2d8. Obviously, that's what I have to roll. How many do I get? Like,
You
do
can
I?
spend up to 2d8. So you have 2d8, but when you've spent them, they're gone until your long rest.
All right. Okay. I'm with you.
I think I think you they get them back, half of them. You get half of them back on a long rest.
And it's-
Yeah, I
it's
don't know what the
plus-
rules are with
Plus your con mod, isn't it?
Okay.
Yes,
Plus
plus
your
your con mod. You're right. Yes. Oh, which is a good point. I might
Yeah,
have
because
healed
you
more,
won.
huh?
Yeah, you got 8, and then what? 3 is it?
Oh yeah, I healed more.
Because
2 for skeletons.
it says +2 in book. Does that mean I get like an extra 2 onto whatever it?
If its
yes.
con mod is 2, then yeah, you'll get an
Well,
extra 2.
no, in the book it just says TD8 +2. So I don't.
Oh, that's
No,
that's the
it's
that's the
not.
Because it's
damage.
con and.
I'll look it up for you. Its Constitution is 13, so it's +1. So you get
Okay.
1d8 plus 1 every time you roll a d8.
All right. Yeah.
You only roll 2 of them per day.
All right. Okay. Okay. And then I use. So 6,
I used
11.
Right, yeah.
11, 12. I got 13 health back for that one, which is still not great. All right.
During
Sorry, I'm just gonna walk over with.
So
my guy,
everyone
cast
spent
Cure Wounds.
spent hit dice, spent over to yourself, and done your things.
Yes, I shall spend some time quizzing Narimen on his magical experience during our rest.
Lucy comes over to you after she's sort of finished sort of patching herself up a little bit, looking at her skeletons, sits down next to you. Probably not a hand on the shoulder, but you sort of you feel like that there would be one there if she were human.
Oh, yeah.
That was lovely.
Nice.
Well said.
Hello, Lucy. He's like on the floor with like his legs crossed and his hands on and have a bit of a sit down.
As it is, she has her book open and a quill ready.
So tell me everything.
Yeah, so this experience that you had, was it spontaneous?
It was all of a sudden, dear. It was like I tried to do, my Eldritch Blast thingies, and the spell, I'm not really good with the spells, like you sometimes really are really good. I'm not really good with it. It sort of backfired, but then instead of it just, blowing off in the wrong direction or missing entirely, it created this. I thought it was you that did the flying thing, but maybe it was it must be all the magic in the air. It was just all of a sudden. Like that one moment I was casting an Eldritch Blast, and next I was,
It's possible. It's possible that the laws of magic in this realm are slightly different to our own. Yes, quite. And at least she'll make some shorthand notes. This conversation will continue and get comical will get scientific and magical and complicated.
It boils down to, oh, Jay, you've gone completely silent. Oh dear. No, I can't hear you, dear. You're completely gone. No.
There is not a word coming from you.
Is
silent.
No, dear, you're completely dead.
Dead to me.
Sky God, come back to me. I need you, please. Please. No, I see your light of your microphone.
Seems to be working fine.
We'll let
Am I
you know
live?
when we can hear you. Don't worry.
Okay.
So for now, we can't hear anything.
That's what you think. He's actually been talking the entire time. We're just saying we can't hear him.
No, we're not that mean.
Are you?
No.
Maybe.
You just answered me!
Oh,
Oh, we heard something. We heard something.
I heard
Hello?
something. Hello.
Yeah, when you yelled really loud, we heard something.
Shout.
Put
Hello?
your microphone down from
Put
your
your
headphones. No.
Hello?
No.
Anybody?
No.
No? Hello?
Yeah.
That's
Why is
it.
it?
It's saying microphone blue snowball.
It's going through your headset for some
It's
reason.
What
going
the
through your headset.
fuck? Right,
Sounded like
okay.
a difficulty.
Check
Sorry,
Skype.
Stream.
Check Skype. Check
Skype was saying Skype is saying that it's using my
Skype's a lying bitch.
headset. Why are you doing
Skype is
that?
such a wonderful machine, isn't it?
Isn't it
It
great?
works so well.
Says here.
Anyway, we can hear you just fine.
Right, okay, whatever. I don't know what happened.
Skype is such a wonderful device. I mean, seriously.
Definitely
Such
not.
a program wonderful.
So, like,
well
At least something's working.
designed.
Lucy's trying to figure out how Narimen sort of
Why the
cause
fuck
the
did
effects and how he
it
casts his
change in
spells.
the middle of the fucking call?
No.
To,
Why
like,
did it
That's-
change in the middle of the
No.
call?
As the hour continues, and
Yeah.
I felt I have pumped you for every ounce of information, I'll perhaps continue telling you some more of my god. Probably quite evangelically.
So those two are having a bit of a conversation. Dokmah and Wottgar, what you sat yourself down, applied bandages, that kind of thing. You feel back to sort of like your fighting strength. You look over and they're just kind of talking away to each other.
I'm ready. I'm all internet free.
Okay.
I'm gonna go examine like one of the lumps on the
Shit
floor. Yeah.
One of the what? Sorry.
One of
shit
the dead.
One
Yeah.
of the poor people there.
All right. Give me an investigation check. There's not really much left of it at this point. The form is very much sort of scattered across the floor.
Investigation.
Yeah. You're looking through. It's kind of hard to get a real feel of it, as you've not really experienced anything from other planes of dimension. But sort of as you're sort of poking, prodding, and inspecting it, it doesn't seem to be behaving like anything else. You imagine that if you maybe met one again, it may have very different abilities. It may be possibly even resistant to different types of damage. It seems like looking at the bodies, there's nothing really, because of their sort of not spawn. Spawn, right? The word? No.
Finish the sentence.
A group of enemies together. A spawn.
Yeah.
Swarm. Swarm. That's the word.
Swarm.
Yeah, because of the sort of the swarm nature of them, they can be made up of different things, and if you met them again, they may be different completely, like with a different set of effects.
Lucy shall spend a few minutes recasting her floating disc, and then wandering over to the corpse of the new beastie, begin to hack some more bits off to put on the disc.
Are you going with another head, or do you want something else?
No, I've got a Cthulhu crawler head and 2 legs, so I think we'll go for some of the viscera. Is there anything of interest on the inside?
Yeah, give me another investigation check as well. See if there's anything that you notice you can collect up.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you can collect some of the goop of the inside if you want. Whether it's a blood, some other sort of strange fluid, you're not sure, but if you wanted to take a vial or two, if you have some vials, you could maybe take some. It might be useful.
Ooh, Lucy!
Narimen will run over, looking at the body.
I've got the jar of jam that no longer has jam. We could make a present to the lovely lady back in the place. Fill it with blood, and she can make lovely jam out of it or something.
What a good idea, Narimen. I'll prestidigitate the remains of the jam out of the jar.
Okay.
Oh, it's all gone. It's empty.
Well, yes, but the little residue you get on the inside. I'll prestidigitate that out. Consider throwing it on the floor for a second, and then slurp it out of the air.
It tastes really nice, but it doesn't really have much of an effect.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting anything interesting, but the taste is nice. And then I'll scoop some of the blood into the jar.
Okay.
So I have a jar of Cthulhu crawler blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll remove Godwin's jam.
that's
jar.
the best thing that you think that it probably is, but with the nature of these things, it could be anything. Could be stomach acid, could be butt lining, you know. But yeah, you have a jar of it, you slosh it around. It's kind of like, you know how oil kind of has that sort of, there's a couple of colours sort of swirling around it. It's like, you know, there's a bit of black, a bit of purple, there may be a few flecks of red as there's bits inside it probably still. But yeah, it sloshes around.
And I really hope this is worth something and not just going to really freak out the person back home.
Well, everything has an intellectual value, Narimen.
Indeed, well,
That is a good point. Perhaps not Wottgar.
Wow!
With that thought, Lucy will wander off down this corridor.
Wottgar takes out a little tiny black book. And jots something down, and then puts the little black book back.
Yeah. So, what's if you get up, feel rested, feel revived? Well, a bit. What's everyone want to do?
Walks up behind Lucy.
Oh, you've already started moving. Okay.
Lucy, wait! There's a thing I see with my magical eyes.
Where do you see? Yeah. Well, Lucy probably sees this as well. As you round the corner, as no one really said that they were trying to be stealthy or move slowly or anything. You round the corner and just sort of down the end of that corridor, which you actually, what do you see in the way of light?
Lucy sees about here.
Okay, yeah. You see the two figures and you see the door. So yeah, standing sort of at sort of like the entrance to this sort of wooden doorway. I say wood, it kind of has wood grain to it, but it's definitely not wood coloured. You imagine it's probably not even made of wood. And then either side of that stood in kind of like a guard sort of post, or two. They look sort of dark skinned. You imagine they're maybe drow, but you can't really tell if they have ears or what their hair's like, 'cause they're wearing quite thick hooded coats. But they are sort of dark skinned, about your sort of height. They both look fairly similar, wearing sort of dark green robes with a black trim around the outside. They both look like they're holding long bows in kind of like a guard sort of stance. So they've got them, they've not knocked an arrow into them, they're kind of almost using them as like a pike, sort of holding them at the top, leaning on them, and they're very aware that you're sort of staring at you've come into their view. They've not said anything yet.
I will leave Brian and Bess in guard positions there,
Okay.
and without paying even slight attention to the guards at the end of the corridor, Lucy will go over to the piles and continue rummaging to see if there's anything of value. Or interest, for that matter.
Fully expected that. Okay, so if you want to give me an investigation check, and everybody else, what would you like to do while this is going on?
To gingerly walk between the skeletons.
Yeah. Looking down as you round the corner, they definitely are you. They sort of looks like one of them turns to the other one, nods kind of a little sort of a brief nod, and then turns back in your direction, and then sort of resume that kind of very stoic, steady stance.
Nara will sort of squint, look back to Dokmah.
Dokmah dear,
Yes, Narimen, yes.
do you see the people, or are they in my head?
Oh, they're there. They're not.
Oh, good. I was afraid they were head people. I don't like those kind of people. They're very not nice. Why aren't they trying to murder me?
I don't know.
Dokmah dear, I have a wonderful idea.
Puts his hand on his shoulder.
You should go say hello. Pat, pat, pat.
Okay.
Alright.
You
I
start
suppose.
coming forward, filled with bravery at Narimen's very wise words. Luci, you digging around in the pile. Again, there's like an assortment of things, but something you digging through, and your hands come to what look like a pair of boots, leather boots. They're probably about they're not like high-reaching boots, and they look like on the sort of like reaching from like the side of the boot around to the back, it looks like they're stitched like a set of wings. They're like a dark leather boot tied together with a bit of like a string or yarn or something similar. And yeah, there's like a pair of boots. You can give me an Arcana check to see if there's anything that you gather from them at all. Again, there's definitely no magic left in them. You imagine that this was probably a set of boots which would grant agility of some description, be that better jumping, running, possibly even like lighter steps because of like the feather sort of emblems on them. But their exact magical enchantment, you don't know.
That's no trouble. Is there anything interesting? So I've gone through all the piles, yes?
Yeah, that's sort of what came to you as a.
Yeah. Is there anything of interest here? It looks curious.
It looks very much like the pools that you've seen before. You're very wary as you head up to it, as you remember that Dokmah wandered close to one and just dropped one of his magical items into it. You're very aware. You make sure that you've got your magical items held away, and you don't step too close. As you get a little bit closer, your sort of senses go off that there's something trying to sort of get into my brain. You step back as you remember.
Away.
You imagine this is very similar to that sort of pole that you'd seen before. Going by the nature of things that you've experienced so far, just give me another investigation check. No, give me just a straight intelligence check, actually.
Let's have a look here.
You've seen a lot now. Judging the nature of the events that have been going on, the piles of unenchanted magical items, for want of a better word, and the portals that have been scattered around, you gather that they've been... Whoever has been existing, probably the cultists, probably something to do with these humanoids that you'd seen previously, which Wottgar will hasten to call cultists. You imagine that they've been taking magical items from places and sending them through these portals to somewhere to possibly have their magic and enchantment sort of drained from them and then sort of sent back as just like nothing items. It feels very much that something has been taking the magical items from the magical essence from these items. What purpose that would be is hard to say at this point.
They're feeding something with magic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Cool.
feeding something, collecting, it could be anything, but they're definitely gathering magical essence for some purpose.
Excellent. I will keep this information to myself as it's largely speculation, and head to the front to see what the others are doing with these guards.
Dokmah, you were offered up as a tribute person for the job.
Well, I suppose I could say something, Narimen. I sort of cautiously squeeze past him. I rest. Like,
It's more squeezing
bow
past the skeletons, I imagine, who are very much sort of stood there.
I sort of like rest the bow over my shoulder, like the string over my shoulder. I just sort of, I very cautiously just come to about here and go, "Hello, who are you?"
They watch you as you stride forward with a kind of curiosity to their sort of nature. They're kind of looking you up and down, almost like they're sort of sizing you up. And they speak something to you in a language that you don't understand, but Narimen, you do understand. Narimen, they say to Wottgar, "We shall not speak to you. You are not the one."
Wottgar,
they're definitely talking to you as if they think that you
Dokmah?
probably know.
I don't know why I said Wottgar.
Because Jay said,
Wottgar smash!
Sorry. Yeah.
Dokmah, they say they don't want to speak to you, dear.
Oh, that's fine by me. Sure. Are we killing them instead?
No, I have an idea. Allow me, dear. And Narimen will sort of...
Dokmah, the OG murder hobo. Well, they won't give us what we want. Stab.
We'll squeeze past Dokmah.
Mm-hmm.
So the language, Narimen can't technically speak it, but can understand it.
You think you could probably speak it in like a broken English kind of sense. You could probably get across the basic meaning of what you're trying to say, as it's
Kind of like
it's not a language that you know, but you're able to understand it, and you think you could probably sort of form it into speech. But it would be very basic sort of ideas.
You like side up, collect himself. And then, like, very broken, kind of like a guy trying to speak French. Parlez-vous von baguette, oui, bon bon. Like, hello!
Hello. You are the one we seek. You may enter, your friends may not.
Why?
They are not the ones we want. However, they may have something that we need. And one of them at that turns around, opens up the door. Doesn't use it like a handle. It's kind of like he just sort of places his hand against a pad. An arcane glyph sort of shines under his hand. The door sort of swings open. You get a glimpse of a few more humanoids in the other side of the room. But before you get a chance, to see exactly what they are, the door sort of closes behind you, and the other one is just sort of left stood there.
So I've gone inside then.
Do you want to follow them inside?
One
of them opened up the door and went through.
Alright, one of them stayed
closed
inside.
behind him.
Now we'll
what do they say?
take a step forward and turn and go. They say that only I'm allowed in, but you might have something they want. They're rather vague. It's like trying to understand what going. He's had a few too many drinks and starts rambling in dwarfish. You know, it's all garbled.
Bob will fly up to you, hover down, and sit on your shoulder.
You feel Bob just sort of bob along, perched on your shoulder.
For a change, he doesn't whisper any insults. This is quite disturbing.
Narimen will turn to Bob with a waking mind going,
This is a great idea. Well, Luci is amazing. It's great. You can pretend to be like a symbiotic parasite and stay clutched to my shoulder, and they won't suspect a thing. That's wonderful. Sorry, Bob, dear.
It bites onto the clothing on your shoulder, just a little too deep, and you feel the nick.
That'll leave a mark.
I say we kill them all.
No, Wottgar, dear, there's more of them in there. They'll murder us all.
You hear the one that stood.
Anyway.
You hear the one stood there say something that you don't understand. Narimen, you hear the one say, "You would not survive."
They're really determined that if you do try anything, they're going to murder you. Possibly me. That's more important. They might murder me. Think of me in a lovely face. I'll be going to the work. Yes.
If you go in that room alone and you get murdered, we won't know because you're in there by yourself.
But Bob will be with me. Luci will know. Besides, if you hear lots of screaming, you'll know I've died.
That's great, but if we kill this guy here, and we can all go in together.
Stop thinking of murder.
I'm spending too much time with you.
So what does Luci know of the guard? What's its race, species?
Give me an insight check.
Insight.
Yeah.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Insights. That's one.
Okay. He definitely seems, going by the garb that he's wearing, the bow that he's got on, that he sort of got stood up. He's definitely of a guard sort of nature. He's someone that sort of holds the door, and sort of is obviously not letting people through that are not wanted for whatever reason. Race, without sort of taking off their cloak, it's kind of hard to tell. They're not like he's not super tall, not super short. Seems a medium sort of build. If you saw just like the outline of the person, you'd assume they were maybe human, but they've got sort of like this dack, greyish, greenish sort of skin to themselves. They don't look too much like the back in Dagon. You saw the sort of the people kind of like mutated slightly. They don't look like that. This person looks as healthy as, I mean, they don't look, like they're in pain or morphed or anything. But what actual race they are is really hard to sort of say.
And what do they look like?
Oh, they look, humanoid. They've got like this dark green cloak with like a black trim on it, which sort of drapes down to the floor. Their armor looks leather in nature, with a few sort of metal plates, kind of bands and straps, that kind of thing. There are a few emblems of sort of eyes in places, kind of like where there would be brooches. The brooches have got like eyes on them. And the rest of their clothing is just sort of fairly dark, leather boots, leather.
Can I discern anything from the eye iconography on the uniform?
You imagine that it's probably some sort of religious icon. Possibly with everything that's been going on, you imagine that these are probably followers of Cthulhu.
Okay.
Narimen will turn back to the guy and very broken English, broken Abyssal, or whatever language it is.
Friends safe?
Sorry, I blinked out there.
Friends safe? Question mark.
He holds up his hand, as in like a kind of just a wait. A few minutes pass. The other one comes back through the door. Whispers something into the ear of this person, and he says, "They may leave their magic items if they wish to live. Other than that, we have no use for them." And again, the second one just disappears back through the door.
Narimen, what's he saying? Are we murdering him now or what?
Narimen will turn back, with the awakened mind, have a little head conference with the group one by one, I guess.
This is bad. They may be really bad people after all. They say that they want your magical items and you're allowed to leave, and they basically put it across that if you don't give them your magical items, they're going to murder you. Yes, Dokmah, that means your beans.
Oh, they're not having my beans. I've only just got them back again. And my beans, damn it.
I know you love your beans. I love your beans too. They're magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Oh, that's lovely, jubbly.
As you're having this conversation, the one behind you, sort of, it seems like he sort of strides forward and takes you sort of by the shoulder, and says, sort of, grips you, so you try and sort of pull away, but you're sort of in place there, and he says to you, "Time is short. Please make them leave their belongings. He is coming. You know who I speak."
As I see him grab
these two are just sort of speaking
Narimen.
a language.
As I see him grab Narimen, I'm going to whistle to Aragog and get Aragog to run through and try and jump on the guy that's grabbed Narimen.
Okay, make me a grapple check.
Where is
strength? It's
athletics.
No, it's athletics. It has to be
Athletics.
Where is it? It's there.
Oh.
Wow.
No, it's
Well, it might roll a natural 1.
No, he didn't, unfortunately, roll a natural 1. As here's sort of like the skittering of Aragog sort of crawling forward, bursting through the group, lunges forward and tries to take hold. The humanoid realizes he's coming, lets go of Narimen, and then sort of uses its longbow as almost like a staff to kind of bat back Aragog off to the side, sort of back it away. Not letting it through like it's sort of personal guard. If you think it doesn't let it like beyond where he is, but just sort of bats off to the side, and then again just sort of takes you by. No more jokes.
Narimen, I'm disinclined to surrender my possessions, and to be quite honest, I don't think we have any reason to trust this thing.
You see, I've just found something out very important. They're using the magical items to summon Cthulhu or something.
In that case...
Get this in very quickly. Just...
I just figured it out. I've heard, God help me. They say he's coming, and it's not really good. And apparently he's hungry, and it's very bad. I don't like this anymore. I'm not playing fun.
Yes, in which case there's only one of them. Let's kill it.
Yes, Narimen's going to turn around and throw an Eldritch Blast at the fella.
Okay, yeah, make me an attack roll. Disadvantage because you're that close, but advantage because this guy wasn't exactly expecting you to shoot him.
Luci will follow that with a chill touch as well.
It's what he would do as well.
That's fine. So your Eldritch Blast, unfortunately, blasts against him. Your first one, your second one as well. They sort of beat against his armor. 19.
I thought it was advantage because he didn't.
No, it's disadvantage because it's a ranged attack and you're up close.
Sorry,
because he's got his arm on your shoulder. So no, your things don't manage to do anything, but the chill touch very much sort of rushes through his form, sort of wrapping around his body, dealing a bit of damage. Okay, at
Bob
that.
and Bess as well. And... Hey, nice. 2 hits. What are the chances of that?
Yeah,
so
okay.
that's 7 plus 8 and 5 plus 8. Jesus.
So,
since when do they do anything useful?
Yeah, it's very rare.
Right at the whole barrage of attacks, Narimen will just quickly try to say in the Abyssal again. Shit. You misunderstand. Get fucked.
And then another 8
The universal
damage.
language.
Just like the...
Okay, you fire off 2 of your Eldritch Blasts, which almost just sort of bounce off this guy. And they sort of knock him back a little bit away from you. He's not got you in his grip. Followed by a couple of crossbow bolts just sort of fly through and pierce into this guy's armor. You hear him sort of like as he takes this damage, and then around you, everyone is now hearing this Narimen, you would hear it in the language and everyone else you hear this in common. Please let us end this charade. Come forth, witness me, so I may change your minds. Very loud. You have no idea where this voice is coming from. It seems to be just emanating from everywhere. The guy that you sort of knocked to the floor sort of drops down to one knee, holding his bow in place, and he says, "You have woken the master." And you see the door swing open of its own volition. Inside, if I just delete.
Now, far be it from me to be the skeptic in the party, but
God, hold on.
Our minds need changing because we're going to suddenly donate to the cause. This sounds an awful lot like one of those raggy beggars that comes round and knocks on people's doors during the week, only much louder with a nicer looking home.
You think me a raggy beggar, human?
It sounds like a cult.
Witness my form, and then we will see. If anyone has played Half-Life and knows the G-Man, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, nice. Narimen will sort of walk towards the fellow's kneeling ground and...
Please move then, dear.
He steps to the side and sort of puts his arm forward and sort of gestures towards the rest of the I'll just say complex for reasons.
I suppose this is really it.
So now we can all come in.
Yeah, it seems like a higher power is gesturing you forth.
Well,
Lucy's just annoyed.
yeah. Well, I suppose we could spare this one as long as he gives us everything he's carrying. That seems fair. After all, that was your deal. Start stripping, little man.
Are you saying this to the?
Yeah, the thing.
He's not saying anything to you, and it's just there.
We should probably.
So let me get this straight. You expect me to abide by your rules, but then you won't abide by your own. This seems a little inappropriate, do you not think?
These are my rules. He is but one of my peons. Please come forward. I taste the curiosity in your voice.
Has Narimen heard the voice before? Like, is it?
No, you've not heard this voice before.
Right,
You've heard
okay.
sort of the tone that it's kind of speaking in, but not this voice exactly.
Good.
You
Okay,
think
so I
that
don't
probably the
clarify that.
higher beings of sort of the Chthonian lore probably speak similarly.
What's the damage on this guy after we've hit him?
Damage on this guy. Let me just look at what his max health was. You've done considerable damage to this guy. Definitely past bloodied at this point, for want of a better term. But it doesn't seem to be phasing him. It's just like he's gotten back up, ignoring the bolts that are sort of piercing into him, and it's just gesturing forward.
Very well. Let us go and see what this voice in the air wants to say to us.
Narimen, with a wicked mind, will sort of tell everyone again, be ready just in case they try to spring anything. Just keep weapons close by, and God help us all.
Seems prudent.
Okay, so who's leading the charge? for want of a better-
Narimen's definitely leading
Yeah.
the charge on this
Okay.
one. It's like just striding in, just like
Yeah.
overconfidence oozing. Everyone's like, yes, I am perfectly fine. And outside I'm lovely and shiny. Inside I'm crying like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Wottgar is last because he's contemplating either running away,
Yeah.
running in full charge, or just
Yeah.
killing the guy in front of him.
Yeah, it's like cultist.
Okay.
I hear what guy going cultist, and then like I have an arrow docked
Yep.
and just sort of watching with like one eye seeing what everyone else is doing, and then the other one like watching to see what Wottgar's doing. So if he starts something, I'm just gonna jump right in there with him.
All right, fair enough. So as you sort of start proceeding forward, as each of you go past this person that is now letting you forward, looking at his
Ready,
sort
Misty
of
Step.
yeah, okay. Looking at his face, you can see that his eyes are sort of just like pure white. Narimen and Luci, being the casters, give me just an Arcana check.
Ookie dookie. I'm never good at these.
Narimen, maybe that's
He
just
doesn't understand
his
that.
eye
I think
colour.
it's just fibbly woobly
Yeah.
bibbly boo. It's just words and gut feelings.
Lucy, you're very aware that he's under some sort of, well, it's definitely some sort of charm magic. He's almost acting against his will at this point, judging by sort of like the glazed over eyes and just seeming to not react to the damage that he's been dealt with.
Okay.
Okay, so if you want to start pacing forward, whoever's at the front of the group, and I'll just
We
tell
can't.
you. Can you not?
Doesn't
Oh,
go
there's a
in.
barrier there, isn't there, because of dynamic lighting. That's why you weren't like, I can see things over there. Delete that. Right, so yeah, you should be able to now. Yeah, so if you want to just sort of pace slowly, and I'll the corridor just sort of seems to spread out in front of you. At the end of the corridor, Narimen, it looks like you can see a few other people who again look like they were sort of in the middle of something and now kind of just sort of stood in place, just sort of watching you enter forward. No weapons drawn or anything.
But can I very quickly run off for a pee break?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. If you want
Quick
to
as I can.
take
Sorry.
a quick pee break.
Run like 10 seconds.
Oh god, Wrath said, that voice is sexy and I would totally do it. Yes, someone is playing with Tensor's floating disc. Luci, the Necromancer, has Tensor's floating disc and is loading it up with monster parts, monster bits, and all sorts of gubbins. Cronenberg race. Oh yeah, from Morty, Rick and Morty. That's the one. I'll get there eventually.
Let's get swifty.
So, is anyone spooked out yet?
It's
yeah.
just curious, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Let's see Wottgar's last experience in the last day. He had a run-in with a god. Now he's meeting an old god.
Yep.
Let's just say he's not exactly convinced of his worldview right now.
You kind of wish that you were back in Falkreath, having a nice toasty pint, possibly with what was her name?
I know which one you mean.
Oh God, no! I'm trying to remember without looking at my notes now.
The drinking contest lady.
It was Boar. Bear.
Hello.
I've completely forgotten what her name was.
Oh, come back.
Yeah, it was
And the batter boy is back. Hello.
Yeah, just you don't remember what the name of that Goliath woman that Wottgar wrestled, do you? Vula Bearfinder. That was the one. Yeah. You
Because it reminded of Helga.
Yeah, your sort of mind just sort of wanders back. It's like, oh, I could be at home having a nice frothy ale in front of a warm fire with a dead pig.
And another wrestle with a giant woman. Good
Yeah,
fun.
exactly. You probably have a wrestle. Okay, so yeah, if you want to stride forward, and I'll.
Yep, Narimen will are these walk-ins sort of like keep one hand with his shield sort of like lowered down, like it's at the side, like just out, and the other hand sort of on the pouch with the crown on.
Yeah.
On his other side.
Which feels warm. Now that you sort of put your hand close to it, it feels sort of warm in the pouch.
I don't like it.
Aragog's gonna walk on the ceiling if there's enough room. Like he's gonna walk above.
Yeah, the
me.
ceiling is about sort of 10 foot high. You can sort of skitter across the ceiling fairly easily. Narimen, as you're heading up to the group, you've gotten a little bit closer. Around the corner to the that'd be right. It looks like there's another just like a pile of assorted items of clothing, weapons, that sort of thing. Yeah, it looks like these are a pile of. It sounds like there are some which are possibly there possibly still a few magical items in there which haven't been had their sort of essence taken out of them, but the majority of the pile is just sort of like useless at this point. Ahead of the group, I'm just going to zoom because the view will have changed, so I'm going to need to. Oh, come on, move the thing. No, move the thing. Oh my god, there we go, that's a little bit better. Yeah, so in front of you, you see towards the back of the room, there look like two, again, very sort of similar in size and stature to the people that you'd seen before. Two of them look like sort of magical caster-based, as they're wearing sort of like long flowing robes, very similar to the one that you'd just seen, in green colours, black trims, like straps and some of the iconography. They definitely have like the look of casters or magical users about them. To the side of that is one which looks like it sort of stood to the side, almost like a personal guard. It has like a pair of hand crossbows, sort of in these like thigh holders, and sort of in front of you look like two more sort of personal melee guards. One which is a dragonborn with with a like silver skin, silver scales, and is has like a it's more like a cloth armor. Almost in like a monk kind of style. It looks very much like he's holding to the side of his body a pair of sais, if you know what sais are, like the forks things. Yeah. Like a pair of those sort of down to the side, and then the other one looks like he's just wielding a pair of like curved scimitar type swords. Both of them have got got their arms down to their side. Their weapons aren't in their hands. They're like in scabbards, holsters, that kind of thing, and they're very much just like their gesture. They're looking like at you, and with one hand they all together of them sort of gesture further on. They all look like they've sort of got this sort of glazed over look to themselves. It seems like there is a charm effect on most of the sort of, I'm not going to say employees,
staff.
Staff, yeah, the staff.
What does the room look like?
The room looks like, in the middle of the room there is like it's another one of the sort of portals, but in the middle of it is rising up sort of a black marble stone structure with like a sort of a claw type bowl thing. Give me an Arcana check. Damn. You get the feeling that this is some sort of sacrificial based, similar to like an altar. You figure that some things, magical items are placed in this sort of like claw bowl, and then the casters, magic users, sort of siphon out the magic, and then it probably goes into the portal.
Inclination what it's being used for, the magic.
From where you are, no. It seems like the magic is sort of then channeled through the portal to somewhere else.
Okay.
But it's definitely of that sort of nature. They're taking the magic, siphoning it out, and then channeling it elsewhere. That's about it. And they are just sort of looking at mainly Narimen, but they're making sure that they've got their eyes on the rest of the party and sort of gesturing, and sort of moving as one, which is unnerving.
Oh dear. Narimen will take another step forward within grabbing range of that guy, just in case.
Okay. You stride up closer to him. Doesn't seem to regard you too much of like a facial expression. Just sort of looks at you very stoically. Definitely looking at you, but when he looks, his eyes are sort of glazed over with a sort of like white glaze to it. And again, he's just he says to you in your language, says, "A master waits." And as you've gotten a bit closer, he says, "Hurry along now. You don't want to miss things." Trails off. No change in sort of tone, volume, or anything. It still sounds like it's coming from everywhere around you, behind you, in front of you, under you, above you.
I will sort of like look to the side to Luci and just like reassuring, like a look in his face, like, what now? Do I go up?
Well, we have come this far.
I'm gonna meet you now, man.
Oh, shut up, you tiny man.
These people do not seem to have their right mind. We should find out why, at least.
Alright, now we'll walk between these two guys.
Maybe we should take away their weapons, or at least tie them up, because if they all turn on us, we don't want these having to fight these, as well as if we do have to fight whatever this is making the noise. Right.
Oh, trust me, there won't be a fight if you give in.
Oh dear. Ooh, so creepy.
I know. I've been practicing it for fucking weeks now.
So, as Narimen's taking a step into here, does there seem to be any kind of noticeable leader that they say he's waiting for me in here, besides these what looks to be just grunts sort of hanging around?
The ones to sort of the closest to you, and the one with the small hand crossbows, they look more like sort of guard grunt type people. The casters up at the top, the magic users, they seem to be like of a slightly higher level up. But again, looking at them, they've got the similar sort of glazed over look to their face. Very still, not doing anything.
Well, I suspect we should either move on or just simply kill these unfortunates, for this is taking far too long, and I have very little interest in finding out what their story is. If you'd like to carry on, however, we can find out what this disembodied voice is. I would suggest, however, that we keep our eyes on these behind us, or leave the corpses in our wake.
Oh, I can't wait to meet you, human.
Narimen will turn back to the spellcast in the back. Again in the abyssal. What now? So like his hands out, like, what?
They all sort of gesture around to make sure I'm on the right thing. Basically there. And sort of from where you are, it looks like there's a way through there. They just sort of gesture forward.
Narimen will sort of look
just in unison, they just say, "Proceed."
Suppose we play ball for now. We don't want to reveal everything yet, and Curtly's probably listening in anyway, so we should just sort of play along and see what happens, and if shit hits the fan, we all sort of go hoobly on them.
I've been watching you, Narimen, for some time.
Did you like what you see?
You smell delicious.
Oh dear, you took my joke and made it dirty, in a bad way. Dear, bugger me.
I realise I'm speaking into this mic and it's not working.
Narimen will sort of walk.
I don't know why.
Shimmy past the guy here, and sort of head to here.
Yeah.
Look back. Sort of take another couple of steps.
Looking back at them, they're definitely watching you as you go on, but they're not like stopped. They don't seem to be stopping you or anything. Just watching you go on.
Narimen is like really fighting the urge, just like to remove the crown and seeing if it has any kind of effect, but nah, not for now.
You're taking the crown out?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna play
still
that part.
in like the pouch that you've got it in, like tied around your belt. It definitely feels like warm in your warm against like your body.
As we come into like this like little bit here where I'm pinging, I'm gonna get like Aragog to like set up like a web like lying along the floor and then like lead it along with us, so if anything touches it, Aragog gets the sense of something just coming up behind us.
Yeah, I'm not going to draw that, but I'll keep that in mind. You said you're basically doing it at this like junction bit here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
After that, I'll have to just trail it along with us because he has to be touching the web to get the sensation. So.
Yeah. Make sure I'm on there.
Oh dear, there's another rather large room. Rather large.
Get rid of the turn order because that doesn't need to be there. Hold on a minute. Oh god, this thing has totally gone janky on me. Also, the music has died, so I am just going to turn that off because I think that's probably not.
God in heaven!
Yeah, you enter forward in the room, feeling sort of following the beckoned voice, and at the end of this very large room, floating above this another one of these portals much larger than you'd seen, is this writhing mass of tentacles, body matter, eyes on stalks, just sort of floating and kind of moving in space. At the centre of it, there is like a collection of very, very small eyes, in this sort of circular formation. You imagine this thing isn't really made of like, it's not got a specific form itself, it's more a collection of various forms and bodies sort of bound together, wrapped around themselves. A few of these eye tentacles sort of instantly, as you sort of come around the corner, you see them all sort of jut towards your direction, and the rest of them they just sort of look at one, then look at somebody else, and they're all kind of moving around, keeping very much focused on yourselves.
Well, that is curious. Some sort of amalgamate being?
There is something that you should see, but I'm not sure if it is. No, because it's on a different layer. That's why. You also see a pair of these creatures, which seem to be very much wrapped around a couple of these like pillars up into the air. Again, not really doing much, just sort of hanging out and very much at their. You guess at their master's beck and call. Oh, hold on a minute. No, that's not that one. That's better. Oh my god, this thing is so slow now that I'm running on 2 instances.
Oh no.
Okay.
Narimen's gonna kind of
go from there.
almost kind of protectively stand in front of Luci as he sort of like locks eyes with the thing onto one of its stalks.
It's hard to exactly make direct eye contact with this thing. But you probably look at the bigger of the collections of eyes in the middle. So you see me? Are you not amazed by my form?
Now, are you not amazed at my form? Look at my hair, it's gorgeous.
Oh, you are so delicious, touched
There you
one.
go, doing all the creepy things.
He's very much speaking to you at this point in common as everyone else speaks it.
Okay.
Yeah. You have been marked by my master. You are very delicious. The
You
rest
keep
of
using
you,
that word. I don't like it.
Yes, I am. Oh, so hungry.
Narimen, what
Your
do you know of this being?
items, the things that you have collected.
Oh
I
dear.
wish them so much.
So creepy. What do I know about this thing?
You know that this is. I tell you what, give me a religion check.
Oh God, come on, Narimen.
14.
It's not bad.
I'm just.
I'm proficient in it too. It's even
Where
worse.
I put the thing? Yeah, that's really proficient. Okay. Give me a history check as well. We'll sort of combine the two together because it's one of each.
No matter how many rolls it give me, I'm still gonna mess it up.
Definitely. I'm trying to help you out. You're aware that the main sort of the thing that Cthulhu does is he sort of grants people power, but then there's usually like a drawback to it. In the case of creatures similar to this, it appears that this one has been granted. Well, you imagine it's been granted some sort of magical, physical power at the expense of being constantly hungry and voracious, and it feeds on magical items and magical energies, and you can sort of see this sort of portal that's underneath it. When you first entered the room, it was kind of tendrils of different coloured energies kind of floating up and almost sort of brushing against the underside of its body. And now that you've sort of entered into the room, those sort of things have now sort of receded.
Now we'll turn to Dokmah and Luci, sort of like one eye still looking at the thing. It is a being of immense strength, granted magic from Cthulhu, but with all things from the lovely creature that Cthulhu is, it grants power, but also sort of grants a curse, a downside. You know, in the case of me, I was granted power in exchange for dastardly good looks, a horrible curse, whereas he is constantly hungry for magical items and sources of magic, and hence all the little things we find lying around here. As for a name, nothing comes to me.
Well, as fascinating as it is, I will be guided by your knowledge of this realm, Narimen.
Oh dear, we're doomed, aren't we?
So, if you wish to leave with your lives, appease me so, grant me your items and your magical powers, so that I may feast on them. Clearly you have not been using them to their full potential, and you are all so delicious, especially you, Lady of the Dead. I could show you.
Yes, well,
so
the only glimpse
much.
you'll be getting at my magical power will be at the damaging end, I'm afraid.
Just sort of laughs at you. You think you can damage me, human?
Narimen, sort of looking back to Luci with a waking mind. If this all goes tits up, don't let that thing eat me, alright?
I'll do my best, Narimen. However, if it feasts on magical energy, we may wish to move it away from its source. That, and if you are capable of nullifying magical energy, it may also come in useful. Be wary of the creatures on our left and right, however. We've seen them before, and they are not friendly.
No, they're rather bitey nom-noms. I have a bit of a wild idea. It may not work, but let's see what happens, eh? Yeah?
Very well.
As you've been sort of talking to each other, it's There's no like mouth, so it's not like using a mouth to speak. It seems to be sort of speaking, not telepathically. You're not hearing it like in your head. It's almost just resonating from the very atmosphere around you, which is sort of very disconcerting to feel. And yeah, it just seems to be sort of looking at you with just sort of a curiosity, and yeah, there's a definite sort of desire in its eyes. Yeah.
Narimen, well, how's the crown looking? Like, is it any warmer? Like, it reacting any differently than it was before, or still just kind of?
Doesn't seem like it's reacting as much. Though, sort of having it sort of here in this room, it feels, you know, like this has been taking you to this point.
Narimen will open the sack and sort of take out the crown and see if the thing reacts to it.
Ah, you have the diadem. You've had that for quite some time. I've been trying to put it in your grasp for many a year. And it's brought you to me with gifts. And as that, it sort of just looks at the rest of you.
So you're telling me that you wanted me to have this in order to drag me all the way here to sacrifice my friend's magical items, potentially their lives, and eat me as well?
Oh, you have a greater purpose. You are merely the tools to my end. Please,
what is this?
Bring something to me I wish to taste.
Narimen will take.
Can I launch an arrow?
It starts moving a little bit. Starts moving sort of a little bit closer to you. Sort of gestures forward, almost like. Give me an insight check.
Yeah.
Narimen. So you've been held in the conversation.
Insight check.
This thing feels like it's moving and speaking with it. Yeah, you can definitely tell there's like this hunger, this desire, just sort of almost fueling itself. And as it sort of starts to move closer, you imagine that it's not so much because it really wants to get too close to you, more that it feels like, you know, I've got to, you know, take your magic. I've got to have you.
Narimen is going to take out the other sack with the head of Father Rothless in it. It's finally getting a use. I'm going to open the sack and take out the head and sort of hold it out in front of him a little bit.
Now, dear, this is what happened to the last band that tried to fuck with me.
Well, I'm sure that I will give you a much better time than he did.
Darwin will throw the head like about 10 feet in front of him, just to there.
Yeah.
And
chuck it on the floor. Tumbles a little bit.
Fuck it.
Luci is going to hold back her sleeve so that her ring is clearly visible, and while looking at it, just play with the ring on her finger, which is the spell storing ring, and just almost taunting him.
Yeah, as you unveil this sort of the ring in front of it, you see a couple of the most of the eyes seem to be focused on Narimen at this point, but you see one of the eye stalks sort of just darts to look in your direction. Yes, I will have that. Let me devour it.
Well, you won't be able to get it from over there.
Okay. As you say that, give me a there's something I need to look at.
No.
I forgot to look at. Because I wrote something that was wrong. Go through the massive section of dragons. God, I kind of wish that they just had like their own book. No, because you know, in the monster manual, there's like so many pages of dragons. Like, can you just not exist? Because there's way too many of them.
What about the dragons?
Okay, give me a Constitution saving throw, please, Luci.
It's Constitution. Please be good. Please be good. Dope.
Okay, yeah. As you're sort of like playing with this thing in your hand, you see one of the the eyes kind of glow slightly, and a beam of energy shoots towards your hand. It reaches around your hand with the ring on it, and you try and sort of pull your hand back, pull it loose, and the ring just sucks away.
Wait. It's managing to rip the ring that I was taunting it with from around my fingers.
Yes.
Does it take my fingers with them?
No, just the magical energy of the ring. The ring just
How?
off.
Close your fist and try and rip your ring off.
Your saving throw is a 6 against its power.
Very well.
Yeah, launches up into the air, and you see its main section of eyes shoot forward and all sort of look and direct
as its
onto this thing.
attention is focused on the ring, I throw a fireball at it.
Okay. As you're sort of like throwing the fireball, you can see that it's focused on the ring for a section. Give me a do your fireball first. Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
So they need dexterity saving throws each, and any disadvantage from being focused on a ring would be nice.
Oh, so that's the big thing and the.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And if this is visible, then whatever this is as well.
Oh, that's not supposed to be there. That was something that I put in, which I've that's not there. Why is that there? Make sure there's nothing else there that's supposed to be.
Nope.
It's probably from copy and pasting things around. Okay, the big worm, which I put away stacked because I forgot he was in this room. Dexterity?
Yes.
With 21. So that's a save. And the big guy himself. 15 is a fail.
Hey, that's what I like to hear.
So, damage.
That's the stuff.
Nice. Okay. While his vision seems trained on this on your ring, and it seems like it's very much sort of focused on the ring, and it looks like there's something sort of pulling from it almost, and you shoot your fireball and it explodes. It looks like it takes his concentration away from what he's doing, and the ring scatters down to the floor. He just sort of shrieks out in pain as some of the tentacles sort of start to burn and crisp up. Your two crossbow bolts unfortunately don't do anything,
as usual.
But yeah, your fireball went off. Fools, if you will not willingly give up, I will take
While he's
them.
talking, I'll fire another fireball at him.
Okay.
Oh god. Amazing.
Wottgar's sort of starting to rush the bug here.
Okay. As you fire off the fireball, his eyes then look towards the section which you're pointing at. The fireball it looks like you point to you specify the point, the fireball, and it just does not go off.
Do I recognise the effect?
You figure that you give me an Arcana check. You figure that there is some sort of anti-magic effect coming from the central eye itself. I would like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
And as I notice this, I shall say, it's central eye nullifies magic.
Okay.
Oh, well done.
Nice.
You
Very
need to add
fitting.
your thing, Narimen, as well.
Oh,
Because
I
it's
didn't
not-
get. Oh, 22. Okay, awesome. 22.
I don't know why that's happening.
22. Thank you. It's alright. These effects, as long as it's just for these.
So that's. Is there on that one? Oh, come on.
I beat Dokmah!
I rolled so well.
And that one.
I forgot to add my thingy last time. I got a total of 9 to add to initiative. So
That's also
Jesus.
I get a
9?
5. Yeah, because I get a 5 bonus from my alert.
Oh my god, he did not react as well as I hoped he would do. Doof. Add turn.
It's very hard to.
Okay, right, let me do that and I will start up some music again because we should do really.
Come on, I'm last.
This is when I really wish I could have the critical role music, just because it is good, but it won't loop through Together Tube because reasons.
Yeah.
Can you not add it several times, or is it?
It's like
Jay
one
is
song.
saying blasphemy about my lovely dragon.
That's fine.
Blasphemy.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. That puts it into a point. I'll just have to lower that because that is super loud. Okay, right. Adjust the turn order so I can see what's going on. Narimen, would you like to
Narimen, with one hand in the shield, the other hand holding the diadem. I would like to put the diadem on my head and see if it'll have any kind of effect.
Throw me a wisdom saving throw.
That's not good. Neither is that.
Okay. You put the diadem on your head, and you feel it sort of invading your thoughts and showing you visions of a city with tall cyclopean buildings, sort of very odd architecture, odd angles, that kind of thing. You take 15 psychic damage.
Ooh.
You just feel this thing just assaulting you with visions, sounds, and things. I'll say that's your bonus action to quickly put it on.
Do I get the kind of feeling that'll keep happening while I have this on? Or?
You probably don't want to continue doing that.
Ah, okay. Shit, so it'd be like my action to get rid of it. Oh, what a waste of a first turn!
Well, you could just drop it. You could just sort of drop it on the floor, just quickly batter it off. But yeah, that would be your bonus action to do that.
Smack it behind me, go, Lucy, don't put that on. It's a bad idea.
It hurt my brain.
So action.
More than looking at Wottgar after he's had a bath. Ew. It's like a drowned rat.
Just so you're aware, the thing is floating probably about 5 feet off the floor at this point. The ceiling above you is probably about 100 feet up, like the top of it.
Now we'll take a step forward and
Now, your first mistake was calling me here. Your second mistake was fucking with me.
And
do
I have lost.
what you will, Narimen. Your fate is sealed.
So be it, but I'm bringing you down with me, you ugly bastard.
Double Eldritch.
Hey, double Eldritch Blast. Both of those hitting. Unfortunately not a crit, but that's 7 force damage. And then 14 force damage for the second one. The fuck is that? What is up there? I don't know. Okay, so.
Floating eyeballs.
Any movements, or would you like to do anything
Oh
else?
fuck, I should have done my hacks.
Yeah.
You don't have a bonus action.
I do, but that's only my hacks. That's like hacks and that's
You
it.
don't have a bonus action.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you've
That's
already.
right. I thought you said I do.
If you didn't,
Nice,
if you
thank
didn't
you.
try and do that, you might have been able to hex him. But
Nah, I'm perfectly fine. I have nothing else to do
would you
after
like
be
to
done.
move?
Tempted just to run into the thing, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna like walk back into the same space. Can I share a space with Bob if he's flying?
Yeah, Bob.
Bob's still actually on your clothing, so.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
I was gonna look down the Bob and go,
This is a really tricky situation, isn't it? Is that Bob? See him?
God damn it!
what?
Is that you done then?
Has to be done.
Cool. Dokmah. Sorry, that was Narimen's frustration. Oh god damn it, blasted
I'm
balls.
gonna
Se-
drop-
Seriously.
I'm gonna drop Hunter's Mark on this one here.
Okay. I can mark
And I'm
that
just
one as
gonna
on his mark.
unleash just Wottgar, you go in and fire 2 arrows.
Nice, both of those hitting easily. So it's fucking Hunter's Mark and thingy.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is.
Whew.
Fuck me. Yeah. Okay. You pull back and launch 2 shots, very quick succession. Fly through the air, just sort of pierce this thing in the top of its. You assume its head. Rise back in pain.
And I'm just gonna get Aragorn to like sort of just stay on guard at the back,
You don't want to
watching.
move. You don't want to move him up.
No, he's gonna be like sort of my lookout.
Okay.
Obviously, he's got the web sense thing. Hopefully.
That you done then?
That's it.
Cool. Lucy,
Right, so.
you saw your ring floats and drop to the floor just about there.
Okay, cool.
If you
Thank
wanted
you.
to go and pick it up.
Uh,
You don't have to
Also,
worry
the
too much
diadem is
about.
to your side.
Yeah, you don't have to worry too much about the level of the ground. It's more. It's sort of going upwards a little bit, but it's not like massive steps or anything.
Cool. So it's
I'll
looking
draw
this
it.
way, yes? It's main eye?
Yes, because that's where you cast it.
It's the fireball. Good stuff. Right. Okay. So Brian and Bess are going to take cover and shoot their bows.
Okay.
Hey!
Nice.
Nice.
Jesus.
Okay, so
That's insane.
That's what we like to
you've been
see.
rolling some damage here.
Double 20.
8 damage from that. Fucking, that's like, I think, but that's twice now they've had crits.
That's twice they've both critted. Yeah. Last time they needed advantage. To do
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
Cool. And then Lucy, seeing that it's a big mass of eyes, is going to cast blind on it as she wanders over, scoops up her ring, and takes cover behind that pillar.
Okay. Just so you know, the pillars aren't reaching all the way up to the ceiling. They're probably about 20 foot high. But yeah, you can get cover behind them, you think.
Cool.
So you're going to
So,
cover blindness, deafness.
saving throw for blindness, please. Yeah.
Okay, which is 16 for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think, what was it? Sorry, is it wisdom?
I'm just checking.
Can't
I
remember.
think it's wisdom. I will double check for you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It is Constitution.
Constitution,
Yeah, I
okay.
thought so. That's probably not wisdom, yeah.
It's alright.
Yeah, with a 21.
Dope.
That makes a save. Unfortunately. Is that it?
How far can I get to putting my ring back on with that? With my bonus action.
Yeah, I would say you'd be able to put it on.
Cool. Thank you.
As you bend down to put it on, you feel like it's probably not working at its full capacity. Damage will be dealt at half. Duration on spells will be halved. That kind of thing.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Is that you done then?
Yes. Bob will stay where he is for now, looking inanimate.
Okay, here goes the interesting thing. So, let's see. I need all of the dice.
Oh. All the dice.
Okay. Okay. First, one of the eyes whips round towards Lucy. Can you make me another Constitution save, please?
Do I get any benefit for being in cover? Because it can. I'm behind a pillar,
You do get
so
something, but
can
I'm
it see
not
me?
sure. I think you only get it for dex saving throws, but I'm not sure. I'll check.
Yeah.
So does it have to be able to see me to shoot me? I don't know.
You didn't really
Do
hide
you have-
behind it. You moved.
No,
behind-
I'm not.
Yeah.
I know because I'd have to take an action to hide. But I mean,
There is a cover bonus for something, but I don't remember what.
I'll adjust the DC for it.
okay. Con, yeah.
Yeah, Constitution save.
It only helps for dex saving throws. Everything else
Okay.
is normal.
Right. So, where did I put the DC? Where the hell did I put the DC for this? Oh, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, with the slight cover of it, looks like it's just trying to reach in as you dip into cover. It doesn't manage to take effect.
Do I realise what it's trying
So
to
it
do?
is a half damage on a successful save. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use my phone roller because there's lots of dice and I don't have that many set out. Yeah, I should have had this loaded up as well. You take 21 necrotic damage.
Oh god.
And so it's just a beam of energy. This is an enervation ray. I'm just going to use the names because I forgot to write it down exactly what the ability does.
Sorry, how much damage did it do? Sorry. 20.
21, yeah.
21,
So
cool, thank you.
Half damage on that one. But yeah, that was innovation ray. It was necrotic damage. You feel a bit of your sort of life essence just sort of drain away from you slightly. Let me see. Narimen, can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Oh god, I'm not good at those. Whip.
No,
It's not too
unfortunately,
shabby.
you fail that save.
back.
Another one of the eyes focuses down on you, and you feel energy sort of wrap around you. You are currently restrained, and he moves
they're not
you. Where are
again.
you? You're there.
I'm right in front of him like a tit.
And he moves you closer to him.
Oh god.
Sort of almost sort of holding you up in front of its face as it gazes, just sort of like looking away from the side corner of its view. I will show you things.
Really rather not, thank you.
Currently restrained, and that is on. Let's see, because it's got its third eye ray is on.
Oh god, it's a type of beholder, isn't it?
Dokmah.
It's
Yeah,
really
this is
nice.
essentially beholder. Dokmah, can you give me a strength save as well?
Strength save as well. Come on now! Mother trucker.
Unfortunately, no, you fail the DC on that one. As where the hell are you? You are there. This one seems like it picks you up with this sort of the same energy, and it almost like starts moving you back and away at this point. Yeah, you're currently restrained. Cool. These things move. So this one rushes forward, I'd say, and is going to try and take a couple of bites out of old Wottgar there. Stats.
And he's going to succeed.
Oh, well, that's a natural 20.
Oh,
no.
of course it is.
Oh, no.
Thank
We're
God I
not a full
healed.
round of combat
Yeah.
yet, we're already almost fucked.
Ah. It's 39 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing just barrels round and just whips you across the face with a few of its tentacles.
That's more than half my health. But,
Yeah, that crits, man. Luckily, yeah, the second one, it tries to go again and just misses you completely. The second one is going to rush round seeing Luci and is going to... is going to try do the same thing to you. With no, that's a 16, which misses you. 18. Your second one does hit, unfortunately. With a
What did it hit? Sorry, what did it roll?
The first one missed. The second one was a 22.
In that case, I'll cast shield, please, so
Okay.
it misses me.
So yeah, that misses you. Okay, that's both of them. Wottgar.
Yeah, Wottgar is going to first and foremost use second wind.
Second wind.
Yep. Because he needs some health HP, 15 HP.
I didn't know you get that back on short rest. I thought it was on
Yeah,
long
you
rest.
don't. Everything get. Yeah, warriors get the spiders get everything back.
Nice. So, what do you want to do? Get your movements.
I'm gonna attack the thing in front of me.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
These things seem a little bit smaller
I'm
than the
gonna
ones that
try-
you've previously fought, but still quite sort of large and imposing.
Yeah, as long as it's large, not huge.
No, it's
It's
this
large.
is
Right?
yeah, it's large because it's two
That
across.
means I can still push it around, and
You
I'll
can,
try.
yes. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that is.
Pretty hard.
That's 24, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
yeah, so just makes it, yeah.
Yeah, just barely.
Ah.
Okay. I'm gonna attack.
Yeah, with a 22, you just cleave through this thing. Most of its health had been knocked off by the fireball there.
Yep.
So that one's dead.
Well, I still have my movement and one attack
Mhm.
left. So I'm gonna try to move somewhere.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I can't move anywhere. I'm just gonna move here and hide
Yep.
behind the pillar. Like so.
Okay, cool. Narimen. You're
Narimen.
currently restrained. But you can still do things, I think. I can't remember exactly what they are.
You can still attack, but if like range attacks,
Yeah,
you get
it's just
disadvantage.
at disadvantage. Speed becomes 0. You have disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Narimen, let's see. This thing is obviously looking at it like not trying to metagame, but it's too large. So, like imagine that Wottgar could knock it over, kind of thing.
This
like
thing is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, no. It needs to be either large or smaller. I can't attack.
Yeah.
What is my blade? Sorry, I had like a different plan, but now it's all going to hell. What? Oh, I forgot my blade
This
is
is
moved
also
down.
floating
It's not-
above the floor, so a blight may
God.
not affect it.
Constitution saving throw. I'll throw a hex on it,
Okay.
and I'll make it have disadvantage on.
I'm such an idiot. I could have thrown a hand axe at it.
It's alright. I'll make it have disadvantage against strength if it's trying to like to grapple
Strength
people.
checks.
Yeah.
STR checks.
So I'm gonna mark one little thing for a spell slot. And do I want to use a blight? I kind of want to use a blight. I will use a blight. I'm gonna cast blight on it, and that's to make a Constitution saving throw. And the saving throw is my save DC for Warlock, which is 15.
15 and con save.
It's going to make it probably.
Ooh, nice damage.
What was your DC again?
15.
It's a 14.
Oh, I got full damage
Yep.
then. Nice.
You got some damage. 47 necrotic damage.
Jesus, that's
It's still in this
Some
grass.
damage.
It's not like you're not like arms like tied to yourself. You're in like an open pose. You just can't physically move, but you can still gesture the blight spell, which sort of wraps around the main body of it, sucks inside it, and you can see some of the tentacles sort of cracking as their skin kind of dries out, dealing a significant damage. Struggle all you want. I will take your friends.
No, dear, I think you're fine. We're going to take
You
and your
will be
friends.
the killing blow.
oh god.
Dokmah. Oh, you don't have a bonus you can do anything with, do you?
Yeah, I've got a...
No, I meant Narimen before he finishes.
Oh, no, my bonus was hex.
Did you cast Hex?
I did. Oh, I forgot to roll hex damage.
You did.
I'm a titty. Level 1 hex is... I forgot what hex damage is. It's like a 1d6.
It's a 1d6.
Jesus. It's been a long day.
It has. Oh dear.
Fucking hell.
Cool.
Every little helps.
There's a tiny little pff of energy just sort of washes over it.
Like,
Does it?
Oh, dear.
Oh, it activates that.
Normally that's got more of a bit of oomph to it.
Dokmah.
Okay, I use my bonus action to recast Hunter's Mark onto the
Yep.
big thing. And it looks like is there
To
like
you,
an eye?
it does look
looking-
similar. It does look similar to a beholder. You've heard the stories of beholders.
Yeah.
This thing seems as close as you can get to one.
It's like one of the eyes concentrated on me. Like is that like?
Yeah, one of the
does that
eye
feel-
beams focused on you. The other, at the moment, seems to be more sort of focused. The bigger one in the middle seems to be more in Wottgar's direction at the moment.
And at disadvantage, I'm gonna try and specifically aim for the eye that's looking at me.
Okay.
If I
Oh, I'll be right back. I just forgot something. Carry
Yeah,
on.
no, that's fine. Yeah, give me a.
oh, sorry.
Are you just gonna do a regular attack, a sharpshooter, or?
No, I actually have a normal with my Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want a regular attack. And then
Just
I'll
check
kill
what
it.
AC is at the moment. Okay. Yeah, roll an attack then.
Yeah.
Specifically aiming for the
Yeah.
arrow, for the eye. You aim for the eye. You don't manage to hit specifically the eye that you were looking for, but you still manage to hit against it and stick one of the arrows into it. It sort of like hits into it and then kind of just sort of sinks into the body as the body's sort of writhing around. But you definitely deal some damage there. Okay.
And then, seeing that obviously I'm trapped, I'm gonna sort of like whistle at Aragog. Now Aragog's gonna come running in now. 30, 35, 40, so he's like right up next to it.
Nice.
I think that's the
Yeah.
40
done then?
here. There we go. Yep, and that's me gone.
Cool. Luci.
Right, is
big-
this pillar big enough to hide behind?
you figure if you flattened yourself against it directly away from its point of view, you could probably be able to hide. However, there is the thing next to you. Whether they almost have whether they can sort of talk to each other or not, you're not 100% sure. But you would probably be hidden, possibly be hidden from the beholder's view.
Bess and Brian are going to drop their bows and are going to attack this thing with their swords.
Okay. Yep.
And they're going to do it thusly, so they get advantage from each other.
Yep.
And Luci is going to flatten herself against the pillar so that we can't get seen by the beastie.
You think you'd be hidden
and
from...
is going to cast Bless on herself, on Narimen, and on Wottgar.
Okay, so that's a D4 to ability
That's
checks and
D4
attacks.
to ability checks, saving throws, and attacks.
Nice.
Actually, no, I don't think it's ability checks. I think it's just saving throws and attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's guidance. It's ability checks. Sorry. Right. So.
Let's do those two first then.
Brian, take swings.
Oh dear.
Advantage or not? They're still not looking any good. But then, having said that, they started the fight with 30 damage between them. So
this is true. Yeah, no, you're pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, those miss.
You guys can mark your bless. I can't do that on you.
You have
You can mark that you're blessed, or just remember that you.
I
are
use the little
blessed for
heart thing for
moments.
bless because Lucy's such a loving kind.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Okay.
And Bob is going to try and be inconspicuous, but stay within reach of the creature because it's currently restraining Narimen. How is it doing that?
The magic of the energy from its eye beam is sort of holding it in place.
So how close is it to Narimen?
It's about sort of 5 feet away from it. 5 feet away from him.
Okay, never mind. In that case, he will just remain inanimate.
Okay. Cool. Right. On its turn then.
Let's see how it attacks me.
Should have
Because I know
prepared
it will.
for this.
Dick.
Okay. Let's see. Firstly, I need Dokmah to make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I think that the magic that was sort of holding you in place has been dropped for the moment. 13. Unfortunately, you are now frightened for a minute. As this just shoots forward with just a ray of this energy, and you feel your head invaded by your worst nightmares and dreams. You are frightened. You can repeat the save at the end of your turn, but currently you are frightened.
Which means you have to move away from it, right?
Yeah, you have to move. You can't move closer to it, and your only move action is to move further away. I think you have disadvantage on your attacks against the source of fear.
I'll link it. So
yeah, that'll be good. Okay. Wottgar, I need you to make me a.
Of course.
Why is it doing that? Oh, probably because I need to make me a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay, you're fine. There's an energy which sort of just washes over you, but it doesn't seem to have any effect on you. Luckily.
Good.
And
I know I keep saying that, but I don't actually fail that many rolls. I don't know why I'm complaining. So much.
you're doing pretty well.
You could be me.
Sure.
Let me see. Wottgar, I need you to make me another dexterity saving throw as another one of its eye beams focuses on you.
This time I fail.
Ooh, this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, let's just see. Yeah, no, that's not. This is a lot
I don't
of
think
dice.
Jay wanted to carry on DMing anymore.
I'm gonna get 46 necrotic damage as waves of just necrotic death energy just sort of focus over you, shriveling your body and sucking the life essence out of you.
Oh dear.
And you feel just doom overcome you. Yeah. That's its turn. The next one, I'm going to make it an intelligence saving throw to see whether it's smart enough to carry on attacking you or the skeletons that have assailed it. Which it fails. Who hit it first? I don't know. Whichever one uses attacks Brian, which is the red skeleton. So beating against Brian with a couple of attacks.
I see here.
Yeah. Brian's the red shield, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say. That's a. Yeah, no, that's 16. There's another 16. Both attacks just beating against Brian's armor there. Wottgar! You feel terrible. Not just physically, mentally, you feel horrible.
Yeah. Well, considering Wottgar is sort of a bit pissed off, he's just gonna run in. He doesn't really have much of a choice.
Yeah.
He sort of
runs in,
accepts his doom.
Dwarven fury.
Yep, and just runs in and starts railing at it, screaming furiously.
Okay. Maybe a couple of attacks.
This probably fails.
Yep, unfortunately.
But
The
this
second one
probably.
definitely hitting for.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to frighten the bastard. Let's see how he likes it.
What, guys? Remember, you can add a D4 to that 13.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
You did
I
this.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay. I will allow it this time, but this has happened a few times. So if you have bless, remember to add it yourself.
Okay.
I know it sucks, Luke. I know it sucks, Martin. But don't try and remember. Need people to remember these things.
They can't forget that the spell's affecting them.
Yeah, but
The spell just is affecting them.
yeah, but he's forgetting to add it. I need him to say.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, if we're going game terms, you can't forget to add it. It just happens.
Okay. Just in future, remember that you have to roll it yourself, so you don't have people slaying you. So both of those. So it's 15 for the first one, and 13 from the second one. And your menacing attack, wisdom save. Fails it. Strangely enough, so it must attack. Oh, and it's another 5 damage for the.
No, this is a menacing attack.
Menacing
This is him
attack?
has to run away from me.
Have to frighten the target. Okay, it's really strange, that one then. Cool, yeah, so you batter down with a couple of strikes, hitting on it, roar against it, and it seems like it is just sort of washed with a, this sort of like fear of you. Would you done, or would you like to do something else?
Yeah, no, I have nothing else to do.
Okay, Narimen.
Fear the midget, fear him.
I'm not too clued up on how spells work, but now it's feared. Would he have to make any saves to make sure the spells still affect all of us?
The spells have dropped as his eye beams have been been focusing on other people. So yeah, you now sort of you've dropped onto the floor, unharmed. You're fine. There's only like 5 feet off the floor.
Nice. So I'm like basically 5 feet in 100, so it's right up close.
Yeah.
So I would get disadvantage
Close,
against my
yes.
Eldritch Blasts. And if I move, I'll get a reaction.
Give me a seeing as where you are, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, bugger.
Just for the thing that's going on.
Come on, you filthy shit. Yes!
Yeah. You feel a sort of a pulling, nagging sensation to enter the portal beneath him.
Oh god, no!
You shrug it off.
Oh no, that'll be terrible! Ah!
But you shrug it off. What would you like to do?
Oh god. If I move, it's going to hit me. Narimen is going to throw a shocking grasp at it and just try to back away after. So if I just roll you a shocking grasp.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to roll it plus the 4 for roll that,
Yeah.
and then oh god, there is no hope in heaven.
Oh god.
No chance. No
You can add
chance.
D4.
Yeah. Oh, an 8. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay, is that half damage or?
Does
No,
that
it
hit?
doesn't look like it's half damage. Oh, it was if it missed, but yeah, no, it doesn't. So no, unfortunately,
Oh god, I know.
it's
It's like
not
it's
wearing
touch
armor
That's
made
terrible.
of metal.
Crap.
Sorry about that.
Crap. No, that's Narimen done. I'm just trapped in front of it. That's me up.
Okay, Dokmah.
Still absolutely petrified of this great big eye beholder thing in front of me.
Mhm.
Aragog's gonna try and jump up at the tentacle that's like trained on me, like the eye that's looking on me, and like try and like bite it.
Okay, make me a grapple check.
Which is just strength.
It's your athletics.
Oh yeah, athletics. Yeah, my bad.
Against whichever one for me is the better. Okay.
It has disadvantage against strength checks.
Yes, it does have disadvantage against strength checks. It can use acrobatics, which is dex.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately, it makes it. Aragog sort of jumps forward, tries to claw for one of the eye beams. Its eye tentacles just sort of sucks its way out. There's like a cackling. Try harder.
Oh god.
And
Yep.
and then I'm just gonna use my upper attack at a disadvantage again, I assume.
Yeah, because you're feared.
Like, yeah.
You
I'm
could
just gonna
try
sort of...
You could try attacking the other one if you wanted. You wouldn't have fear against the other
yeah,
one.
I could. Yeah.
Let me just double check. Actually, that's how fear works. I could be mistaken.
I linked it.
If you see the source of the fear,
Yeah,
you
so it's the
cannot.
source of the fear. Yeah.
So you still have disadvantage no matter what you attack.
Sorry, I thought it was more the target.
Yeah,
itself.
sure. I had to recheck too. That's fine.
And yeah, mine.
I have PDF here.
Okay, so you're just gonna make an
hang on
attack
then.
against it.
Wait a minute. I can move, but I can move away from the source of the fear.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'm gonna move to like
Don't
here.
you have to move like the furthest away you can get, like in the exact opposite direction to it?
There are specific spells that do that.
I thought that's what fear did, though.
No.
No,
it has-
this is a
it has
frightened
specific-
status effect.
Oh, I'm
If
thinking
you
of
scroll
fear.
up in the chat a bit, I
God.
did type it out. So
I can no longer see my fear, but
Yeah.
I can see this guy.
Yeah, you can actually from where you are.
So he's
So, yeah.
getting
Yeah, disadvantage for the fear.
obviously just a normal attack, and I'm just gonna
Natural
use
20
my-
and get disadvantage. Get this on the disadvantage. I'm gonna cry.
Damn it!
Unfortunately.
Oh,
No, you're
that's
just
all.
sort of racked with this sort of just terror in your mind. You can make me another save to try and break free of him now if that's your turn over.
Yeah, that is my turn.
Yeah, so what was it? A wisdom save. Easy. You realise that these things aren't actually real, which are happening in front of you. Just tear your mind and you slip back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, and you're back. Lucy.
Right, Lucy will lean round the pillar and incant a chill touch, my cold skeletal hand, at the beastie.
Yeah, definitely.
And
26.
then we'll use Misty Step to hide herself behind this one.
Where's this one? Okay, cool. That's fine.
And
11
then
damage for that.
Bob and Brian and Bess shall
That wrong.
slice away at this thing.
Gave it 11 health. Didn't take it away.
Yes, one of them hit. 9 damage.
Yeah. Cool. It's better than nothing.
Go guys,
The
do
war-
something.
War of attrition. Come
Oh,
on,
flanking
select
bonus,
it.
right?
Yes, flanking bonus.
9 slashing damage. Slash down between them. The two of them, they're sort of like they've got it handled now. And you've Misty stepped away. Would you like to do anything else, or are you just staying there now?
No, I think I'm done with that. Thank you. As long as I'm out of sight.
Yeah. Okay. I'm moving on to its turn. It's it's going to move away. It's very sort of uncharacteristically seems to move away from the rest of the group here.
Yeah.
Previously, you noticed that it seemed to be attacking with and sort of shooting out its eye beams three at a time, basically at one of each of you. It seems like it's now foregoing and focusing directly on Narimen. I would like you
God.
to make me another strength save, please.
Before that, can we make a opportunity attacks or?
It moved.
No, opportunity attacks, yeah.
Oh, Aragog
I'll
gets
So
one too.
do Wottgar first, and then Aragog. So 14, nice.
Narimen only has a shield and an empty hand. I get to punch it.
Aragog's there as well.
Punch it! Punch it!
It's 1 damage. Do it.
The 16 unfortunately isn't quite enough.
20 minus 1 for a punch, I guess.
Yeah! You get D4!
Oh, D4. 1D4. Well, 1D4. Oh, that's not how you do 1D4. There we go, that's more like it. 13.
Not enough, I'm afraid. Sorry. So yeah,
just like-
strength saving throw, please.
Yeah. Oh god, strength.
This one seems a much.
You get D4 to that as well, Narimen.
Oh,
But it's
I
not
always forget
not
the-
good, I don't think.
No. 7.
No, unfortunately, that's not enough.
Of course it's not. It's Narimen.
No.
He's a wimpy little man. He's
Right.
like, no, please.
Narimen, you feel again these beams just sort of focusing on you, and it's extremely hard with a group of them focused on you. You feel your form just frozen in place, and everyone around will see Narimen just sort of rush forward and just dip into this portal.
Oh god.
Narimen, you don't freak out because I'm going to take you on a little bit of a ride for a second.
I like rides.
Hopefully you'll
Wherever-
still
wherever
be
you
able to
take him, will you take Bob as well? Because he's still attached to his clothing.
Okay, what happens with Bob? Bob rushes forward, yes, still attached to the clothing, and as Narimen's form passes through the portal, Bob's almost is just held back in place. Can't seem to pass through the portal. It seems like there's something which is letting Narimen through, but not Bob.
Dope. Okay, thank you.
Bob is. There's still a little bit of like the fabric clutched in his teeth, which he probably spits out, which then floats through because Narimen. Narimen, do you see?
I
Top of the
see.
map? Yeah, you see where you are. We'll come
On
to
the
you.
stream, no
Come
one
to you.
can see the main room.
Just quickly, while you're there, you see a form stood in front of you, tall, humanoid.
Taking my glasses off because you can see the
Eldritch,
reflection.
Yeah. Eldritch winds on its back, a tentacled face, claws, massive long claws, just standing in front of you, a little bit taller than you, but not too much. You know, without even having to make a check, this is Cthulhu. This is not
God.
an avatar of him. This is not a demon. This is Cthulhu.
Oh god.
We'll come to you in a second.
Mm.
On your next turn. This thing is going to again try and battle which one he wants to fight. Seems Brian. Likes Brian. With a nope, that's a fail. Rolling terribly. Oh god, I was so close to an actual one. Yeah, this thing it's focused on them, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything to them.
Yeah. My skeletons are skilled, honest.
Wottgar.
Yeah. Wottgar's gonna rush in.
This thing, it's not like floated up and away. It seems like it's more just sort of stayed along the floor, so it is at ground level.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna try to hit it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I hit.
Yep.
And I try to fear it again.
15 slashing damage. It's a wisdom save. Which it makes with a 20, I'm afraid. Well, 20.
Yep.
Well,
I hit it again.
Okay.
I hit it again. I hit it again,
Yeah,
I believe.
definitely hits with that one.
And I
That's
try again.
Another 10 slashing damage. Using all of your points. You are cursed.
I'm almost dead, so...
Oh god, that's a natural 1. So that's another 2 damage from that one. Also 4 from the previous one, because I didn't do that one. So this is a menacing attack. It's still
Right.
frightened. Yeah, it's still frightened of you at this point.
I'm just extending the range. I'm going to also use my action surge.
Let's see.
No
Let's
problem.
see.
'Cause I'm
Bless
dead.
you.
I'm going to use my action surge and attack
Action surge,
twice
and
again.
attack it twice.
Oh, nice
Ooh,
one.
that's a critical. Nice.
Nice.
That's 13, and then 8 for the critical. Nice. Okay.
Again.
And again,
I have a
you sec-
d4. I have a
Yay.
d4.
Yeah, you do.
1d4. Of
Dope.
course.
No, unfortunately not enough. Is that you over?
Yep, that's me over now.
Okay. Narimen.
Hello.
I think
yeah.
I made a dent.
You made a significant dent, yeah. Looking up at this this creature in front of you, you know that this is Cthulhu. It's not speaking to you. You get give me a perception or give me an insight check.
Inside.
Okay, you get the sense that this is You're in a challenge right now. This is you, your soul, versus Cthulhu at this point.
Oh god.
I need you to make me a strength and an intelligence saving throw, please.
Oh god.
One after the other. Nice.
Hey, you've got D4.
That's not an
Oh,
actual-
D4s?
Yep. It doesn't matter because you've saved. Saved with both of those. So the first just gestures forward with like an open hand. The open hand moves towards you, similar to how you've seen with Lucy's chill touch, but this is his sort of green eldritch hand. It sort of wraps its way around you, and it seems to like crush around your body. You just break free of it, spread your arms out, and stand tall, the Narimen that you are, suffering no effect from that. Outside of the battle, the rest of you all see the form of the beholder, almost like beaten and battered from the inside. Its form starts to shake a little bit for some reason. You're not 100% sure why. Second time, with the spectral fist not managing to take hold of you, it ushers forth with arcane gestures, and you feel invading daggers inside your mind, which it seems like they're just trying to subdue your will. And again, you sort of remember who you are, what you're about, the fact that you don't want to be this slave anymore, and you break free of it. Again, on the outside, there is this just internal roiling sort of bludgeoning force just beating around from the inside of it. So some of its eyes are sort of shrieking back and recoiling, and you can hear the beholder itself screeching out in pain. Okay, that's you feel like the thing is going to again come for you on your next turn.
Awesome. Okay,
Dokmah.
Okay. Oh, extremely annoyed. So I'm gonna come charging into here. My full movement of 30. I'm off to shout, be like, "You! This is it!" And I'm off to dock. As I've been running, I'm docking 2 fire arrows.
Fire arrows, nice. Is this at the beholder?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going for it. Oh, come on now!
Yeah.
Go.
Unfortunately. Anything else you'd like to do?
Arrow.
Cry?
Yeah. Aragog's gonna dash.
Okay. Around the corner.
Yeah, he's gonna come like right round the back.
Okay. Skitter along the outside of the stonework of this portal, trying best not to sort of get in. Is Aragog up there? Oh, he's there. Cool. Right, is that you done then?
Yep.
Beans. Lucy.
How is Wottgar looking?
Wottgar is looking the verge of death. You figure too many more hits. It's easy to see. His armor's beaten and broken, blood pouring from ears, nose.
Right. I will.
And it's not like physical as well. You get a sense that his mental well-being is just failing him.
I'm going to lean round my pillar, and I'm going to cast Polymorph on him, and I'm going to turn him into a giant ape.
Okay. I've lost where I put the token for it, but you're now a giant ape. Man, I don't know if you want to put the stats in for that.
Yeah, I'll get it up.
I'll just find Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm already done it. Don't worry.
So you are.
That's your abilities, and I'll get the rest when it becomes pertinent. Your armor classes, I'll put it out.
So you shoot forward, and this energy sort of shoots forward and wraps its way around Wottgar, whose form sort of starts expanding, growing furrier, hairier. The weapon's now tiny in its hands. He's now just a giant monkey, still with a bit of a dwarven beard going on, though. It still seems like it's kept some of his dwarven aspects on him. Is that you done?
No.
What happens to HP?
Your HP goes to 157 temporary hit points.
Okay, cool.
You're now slightly alive.
I'm alive.
Yeah, you're dead hard now. And then my usual. Yeah, let's try and kick ass and fail, but they're keeping it in place. So
and they're not critical failing, which is good.
yeah, just.
Okay, so unfortunately, beating down. Like you said, they're keeping it at bay. which is fine. Oh no, it's oh god, it's his turn. Okay, let me see. Where are you? It's backs up against the wall, but because it's like, you know, there's Aragog in the way, it kind of like moves above. So currently, the Beholder is sort of above Aragog, probably about like 10 feet above Aragog. This thing is like backed up against the wall. So, oh god, no, that's not right. That's a bit better. When can it make the save to break the fear?
Doesn't.
Oh, is it just what fear?
It's until
Turn.
the end of its turn, I believe, or at the start of my turn, something like that.
It's at the end of your next turn, is in Wottgar.
It's frightened
Yeah.
until the end of your
Yeah.
next turn, so it gets one turn of Wottgar beating on it.
Okay, yeah, it still tries to shoot off a couple of its beams now that it seems like it's trapped. So poor old Narimen. Okay, I need Aragog to make me a Constitution save, please.
My god, no. Aragog. Constitution save, did you say?
Constitution save, please. Okay, yep, that's a success. So you take half damage from the Enervate Ray, which is 16 necrotic damage. Second ray
Could have been a lot more.
is
If you'd done full damage, you'd have one-shot Aragog.
oh no, full damage. Yeah, this is what happens when you end up fucking with beholders. I need. Let me see. I need Dokmah. Can you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Dokmah. Okay. Dexterity save. Oh, Dokmah!
No.
At least the spider lives. Dokmah shall die. Just kidding.
Dokmah, you take 55 points of necrotic damage.
I am below my health.
Are you unconscious?
Yeah.
There's a beam of black energy shoots forward to Dokmah, just sort of sucking the life force, and he drops down to the floor. You assume dead. And let's see who else is on there. Bess. Bess. Can Bess make me a Constitution save?
She certainly can. Sorry, what type of save? Dexterity?
Constitution, sorry.
Constitution. She's better at that. Good stuff.
Unfortunately, Bess is paralysed for a minute. Can repeat the turn. Yep. Just energy freezes in place. This thing here is going to, realising that's this is paralysed. A 5 disadvantage. Because oh no, wait, it'd be advantage, wouldn't it? Because yeah, so 5 is still the best hit. Oh my god, rolling garbage. It's 12.
We need more garbage.
That's a 15.
Garbage.
So even with the advantage, this thing just cannot hit you. Wottgar?
Shouldn't have advantage. It should have disadvantage.
Because it's attacking the paralysed. Am I right in
Oh
saying
yeah,
that?
but that's just nullifies the.
Yes, you get an advantage. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it would.
Yeah, but I'm frightened nullifies it.
Frightened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's
but
frightened.
it was sorry,
Oh, sorry, this was the
this
worm.
This thing up here.
That was doing
Oh,
things.
sorry.
Yeah.
I can't
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Wottgar,
My
what
bad.
would you like to do?
Yes. Wottgar would like to attack.
Load the
Yeah, it
street.
is about 10 feet off the floor now. So
And
It's alright, you've got 10-foot reach, so you're fine.
Yeah, I have that foot reach. It's not a problem.
Oh yeah, the string. But it's like
Yeah.
behind.
I attack.
okay.
With a multi attack. That's 1. And it's a crit.
Natural
Oh,
20.
fuck me, guys! Seriously.
Go, go,
Okay.
go, go, go.
Slamming a fist against this thing.
Kick its ass.
One of it makes a hit for 20. So yeah, damage.
So it's 3d10 plus 6.
And
Isn't
then-
it great?
Wait. It's
Yeah.
not just 3d10 plus 6. It's 30 plus 3d10 plus 6
Yeah.
because you crit.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's like whenever I was a monkey and I crit. That was amazing.
Yeah, 58 damage. Okay,
I
punching
expect
against
that
this
it
thing.
doesn't happen.
It was Shoryuken! straight through the middle of it. As you punch through it, it seems almost sort of a lot squishier than you've been touching before. Almost as if there's something inside of it which is either no longer there or just it's easier to hit it now for some reason. And you just pound against it. Still going though.
Yep.
This
Still
thing
have one
is
more
a
attack.
beast, but
You've got D4 as well.
still,
if you need
that's
it.
the 24 is still a hit, even if you roll maximum. So just roll damage.
Okay.
3d10. Me.
Gonna this 20.
20. Okay. Again, just punching up with his secondary fist and pounding against it. Bits of it are starting to sort of like crumple now slightly. The eye in the center is misshapen. Some of the eyes are starting to float away a little bit. It's almost like it's trying to hold itself together. You feel like it's definitely on its last legs at the moment. Narimen.
Hello.
Assuming that's you done then, Wottgar.
Yeah, it's been done.
Okay. Narimen, I need you. So, standing forward, this thing, Cthulhu definitely seems like annoyed at this point. It's giving as much as it can towards you. And you'll see me to do it. So I need you to make me a dexterity and a charisma save.
Charisma, I can do this.
Dexterity first.
Dexterity. Oh, roll the D4. The D4.
Oh no, sorry. Sadly, you don't have the D4 anymore because I'm now maintaining the A. Sorry.
Right, no, it's okay. I get 6 and 11 then. You wouldn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
we should take the. Yep, sorry. I just read the spell. There we are.
Taking both.
It's alright, your
Both of its
D4 didn't
hands.
do anything.
It gestures a couple of sort of black orbs, which then closes its fist, and you're just a shot with a multitude of these globs of black ooze, which just shoot through you. And failing the save, you just get peppered with all these stuff. You can't move out of the way.
Jesus!
You feel a voice in the back of your mind. Give in, you foolish half-elf. Give in.
No, I don't. No, I don't want this anymore. Fuck off.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh. Oh God. It's better.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Walks off.
Right, so you speak this gesture, you speak your words, and the feelings behind it echo forward and almost speak directly to this creature's mind. You feel yourself fall unconscious at this point. You drop to the floor, your vision fades, sound, everything just disappears completely. You feel yourself just slipping away, just no more. On the outside in the real world, you see the form of the beholder now just completely racked. It's fighting so hard to stay together and carry on fighting, but there is just nothing left in it. And with that, it just explodes out. Can I need everyone to make me a dexterity save, please? One by
I'm
one.
still a main key.
Yeah, let's...
Main key.
Yeah, dexterity saves from everybody.
Is it proficient in saves, Martin?
Sorry, I will check for you. No, it doesn't have any proficiencies. Its dexterity is 14, so you get +2.
Okay. Dokmah, you fall unconscious as just a wave of magical energy just shoots forward from you. And you're just dropped.
Aragog is out cold. Dokmah's dead.
Luci, you take...
What's happened exactly? Because I'm out of sight.
This is a magical energy is just exploding outwards, filling the room. It seems to be wrapping around everything. The whole room itself is just exploding with magical energy. So Luci, you suffer, luckily, 9 psychic damage.
9, yeah, thank
9
you.
psychic damage. Wottgar
7.
Oh God, Dokmah.
rolled 20 plus 2. That's 22. 70 as well. You take the same damage. That's 9 bludgeoning damage. Brian and Bess, they both fail.
Just 9.
Just 9, yeah. They really didn't roll well on that one.
Do I have to roll it for Dokmah himself? Because he's like, I don't know if he's dead. Or we assume he's
Technically, you get hit with the
Sorry,
crit.
everyone takes 9 damage.
Everyone who failed takes 9 damage, and I think that was everyone by
Bob's
it.
dead.
Yeah. And as those of you are still able to pick yourself up, the big worm thing itself is now just scattered across. It's just a black blur.
I'll make
Lucy,
haste
did Lucy make it?
towards.
Sorry, Jay. Did I need to do it for Dokmah as well?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Was that Aragog? Oh, I thought that was.
Yeah, that was
Sorry, I thought that was you. Your save because it was you. So yeah, you need to make one for you then.
The Dokmah automatically fails. You can't.
Okay.
You can't.
Yeah, I'm
extras while
unconscious.
he's lying on the floor.
And another minus.
No, sorry.
9.
What happened then? The first one I said he got knocked out. I saw was it was Aragog's save, but I thought it was Dokmah's save. So Aragog is knocked out.
Yeah.
You were still fine to take the save, but you did still fail
Yeah. I
taking.
think my guy's dead.
Oh, so you're dead as we are down as well.
No, I think literally Dokmah is dead.
Why? How many?
No.
You can't have got
feel
some.
safe
No.
throw yet, Jordan?
Chris, what happened
shit.
was I mixed it up. Aragog took the full brunt of this thing knocking her out.
Oh.
You just failed your save.
You
So
you've got to
took 9
fail
points of
3 death
damage.
saves to die properly, and you're not going to do that because I'm stood next to you now.
You also weren't knocked down when I said you were knocked down. I mixed that up. That was
but
that's my
Dokmah was
mistake.
already
Unconscious.
down to
Yeah.
-7 health anyway.
No, zero's
Doesn't
as low as
matter.
you
You were
can
at
go.
0.
Right, okay.
Oh, I'm on 0. Yeah.
So, that all happens. The energy then fades from the room. In the middle, in the place basically sort of above the portal, is the form of someone humanoid in nature. Definitely half elf. You can see the sort of the ears kind of just sort of pointing out. The clothing seems to be a scattering of colours, shapes, sizes. Everything just is a complete mishmash of different kinds of colours. And is just sort of standing there, almost just in kind of like a steady pose.
I assume
Narimen.
Martin is no longer concentrating, or Lucy, right? So
Well,
back to me.
This is
I
not.
haven't stopped concentrating yet.
This is not
Then you
Narimen,
have to make a roll.
but
No,
Narimen, you
I
are.
do. You're right. I have to make
The
a roll.
damage.
He's DC 10.
You find yourself back conscious
saving
in the world.
I do?
Yeah, but you're not yourself. You feel
I
like
hope
it's
so.
you, but at the same time, it's not you. You put your hands up and look yourself over. The clothing that you were wearing has completely changed now. You start sort of feeling around yourself. The book of spells that you had has gone. The crown and the pouch has gone. This is you being your sorcerer, by the way.
I know. So like I'm just like kind of looking over everyone right now.
Yeah, you recognize them. They don't specifically recognize you. It seems like it looks a bit like you, but it can't be you because you passed through this portal.
Oh, that's a bit weird.
Wottgar just drags himself towards the pillar and sits down because he's done.
I cast Spare the Dying on Dokmah.
You are stable.
I'm gonna have to stop right now.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
That's
basically
fine.
coming to an end anyway.
Okay.
Sorry for nearly killing you.
Damn, that was the shit.
Yeah.
The sad part is I think I could have actually made the save. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's I have Shield Master, so I put my shield's AC because it was just targeting me. That would be 12, and if I rolled a 4, I could get it to 16, and
I want
maybe
to know
live.
what's happening to Narimen.
Could have done. Well, we'll have to save that till next time.
Tune in next week. For the
You
exciting
also
conclusion.
actually just before you go, Narimen, in your hand you feel there's a small box. Would you like to open the box?
I would like to indeed.
You open up the box. Inside are small ivory rectangle shapes. They look a bit like cards. Would you like to draw a card, or as many cards as you would like to draw?
Do I know what these are?
You can give me that counter check. You know that these are very powerful cards. Whether they're for good, bad, you're not 100% sure, but these can do. It feels like these will have some powerful effects behind them. Would you like to draw any number of cards? Everyone else,
very
shut up.
Curious. Everyone's very curious about
Yeah.
this. It's something.
How
It doesn't
curious
feel.
is Narimen?
Narimen is very curious. It's also very unlucky, but
Would you like to draw a card?
no, I would
Draw
like
a
to
couple
draw a
of
single
cards.
card. Just
Single
like,
card. Okay.
What is this?
You reach into the deck, and you pull yourself out a card. Oh, I thought I'd open this up. I didn't. Roll me a... oh god, where did I put it? Fuck. Where's it gone? Long Slumber, where are you? I need you to roll me a D11, please. Just a straight 1D11.
Does that actually exist?
No, but it does now.
Okay.
You made it.
We'll resolve that next time. The rest of you see this form reach into this little box, pulls out a card, looks at it, and that's where we'll end.
Okay. It was a great game, by the way, guys.
That was brilliant.
That was awesome.
Yeah, loved it.
Really fun. Really a lot of attention.
Cool. Sorry, it ran a little bit longer, but
No, it's
That's
no
good
problem.
fun.
That was actually almost well timed.
sweet.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay,
fun.
the
I'm off.
So yeah,
All right,
thanks for
take care,
playing
Bye,
with me.
Mia. Have a good
Bye.
night.
Good night.
See you later.
My God.
So you fought a beholder,
Jesus.
and yeah, this space basically Narimen, you are now your sorcerer.
You
Nice.
one-shotted me.
The-
Full health.
you killed 3 of us. I'm very, very impressed.
Yeah, well,
That was so close.
Very nearly killed Narimen too. Jesus.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like if I didn't do so well in the beginning, Jesus.
you survived,
Oh God.
and you've also drawn from the deck of many things, by the way.
Yeah, I know what that is, but Narimen doesn't. Narimen doesn't know anything about anything magical. That's Luci's game. Narimen's just like, oh, what the hell is this? I'm covered in lovely colours and have a playing card. Oh, the death card.
Oh, they're playing with fire with the deck of many
Oh,
things.
aren't I just?
Oh yeah. What if he draws the gain 10 levels card? It's like, oh.
I don't know.
Okay.
What would happen? We'll find out
happen?
next week.
I just love the idea that Narimen.
Narimen, Chibi, I will tell you what card you drew, but don't tell anyone else.
Okay.
And when it happens,
Secrets.
yeah.
Nice.
Because what I was trying to do, Roll20 does have a deck of cards in it, but I was trying to work it so that whoever drew it would be able to see what card they got, but nobody else would be able to. And yeah, it was just going to be awkward. So yeah,
Roll dice, yeah.
but
Yeah.
Easier.
deck of many things. Guys.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'm not really sure what to say now. I survived. I'm
Yeah,
chuffed with my
definitely
survival.
survived.
I think I saved Wottgar and Dokmah, so I'm pleased with myself. But at the same time, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I am literally just passed out on the floor right now.
Yeah,
I just
you would have
imagine
just
it.
spared time, and you just.
Yeah,
It's
if
like a
if
rewind.
Luci showed emotion, she'd be fucking cacking herself right now.
I just love the idea that Lucy could run over to Narimen and be like, oh my God, you're covered in colours and it. God, what have you done? No, dive for cover.
But yeah, we'll need to have a chat at some point, Chibi, about what's going on now, because I
Sounds good.
did made up a few things just to get the mood going, but
Oh no, it was fun as fuck.
yeah, you drew from the deck of many things.
Yeah.
The way I see it, I don't know exactly how long this game will go. There are so many cool magic items in the DMG. Play them once in a while. You're level what, 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, hate.
You can handle some shit.
Well, some shit.
Yeah. No, I watched. I read a guide about the deck of many things and how to best use it. Because I knew I wanted to play with it. I wanted to play with fire.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, come on, it's Narimen. He's chaotic and random and does things that mean to him.
Well, that's it.
And...
You're not Narimen anymore.
Exactly.
You are a totally different character. There will still be essence of Narimen in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What if you come back as the destroyer of worlds and you wipe up the place in the air?
That's what the card is. It's like, oh dear, I've got infinite power.
You're the avatar of Ouija's.
Narimen becomes the bad guy. The ultimate, you call it the ultimate
snap.
bad thing.
That would be a lot of fun. Oh, I chucked my other dice in the dice bag. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh,
Look how speechless everyone is now.
Yeah, I'm
"Whoa."
not really sure what to do now. I mean, it's Dokmah's lying on the floor, Wottgar's knackered, and
Thanks, Dokmah.
Narimen has vanished. This is So right now, Lucy's not particularly sure, and yeah.
I want to say sorry for earlier about reminding Wottgar. It's not. I know, yes, it happens. I just want him to remember this is a thing that I need to keep track of and use it. Yes, you're right. So I am sorry if I was getting.
No,
if
that's
it felt
all
like I was
right.
getting at you.
You always have lots to think about, and it's yeah. I will stand up for myself, and I don't mean,
No,
I try to keep it to one objection, and then once you've ruled, I try to move on, but I won't always get it right.
It wasn't. It wasn't like objecting against. It was more just like it would have been nice for Wottgar, for Miha to remember these sort of things rather than have someone tell him.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's something that he can forget, I'll try and remember that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. It's like because it's my spell, I feel like I should. It's like my damage. Yeah. Because Lucy doesn't do much damage herself, so she has to rely on others.
Yes.
And I definitely need more skeletons. Oh my god, 2 of them are just not cutting the mustard anymore.
I'm just still completely speechless about the
Can we
whole
just,
thing.
all those people in the other room, can we go through and see if they've all died? Because that way we can just assume that they were here against their will and want to take revenge against Cthulhu. So, that'd be really, really handy.
You can certainly try. Also, I have no idea. Oh, I should cut the stream. I just realised the stream is still going. Good night, stream. That was a lot of fun.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it.
Didn't realise that we were still going. I bet
Have a
there's
good night.
loads of
Stream
messages
every
in there as well.
Monday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. UK time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10
Cool.
p.m. ish.